Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Of course I am. It's been over 3 years, and we're still the place where the show that your content creator watches the most to create their content. Oh, that was all TAC was about, was letting people have ideas on what to do for their shows. And it's been working for over 3 years now, it seems. It's nice. We're still here, still doing it. Right, what's going on, guys? I had a good day today, as usual. I was thinking, it's just, I mean, could you imagine being me for a day?
Nah, not really.
Hey, your life would be so good. Just so good. It'd just be so good, man. It's like crazy. I had a fruit by the foot today. You ever had one of those? They're pretty sweet.
What, fruit by the foot?
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Of course. It's like the Starburst one. It was really good.
I did not know. I had a bite of a fruit roll up today. It was really sour.
Oh wait, what is this? Fruit? Is this one that says fruit by the foot? Yeah, fruit by the foot.
Yeah, fruit by the foot.
Good.
Yeah, fruit roll ups. Yeah,
that's what I had for dinner. So my life's nice. Anyways, what? I mean, that's cool.
That's cool. I'm good with my life, man. I feel like I overachieve in some things, so I'm feeling good. I feel good every day.
Oh, watch Star Wars. I pulled another card today. Wayseeker's really mad. He's really mad.
Oh, Star Wars on Sunday?
Yeah. I put it out there on the. Actually, now that we can talk about it, because AOA's got all the things. Maybe if you do follow me, that's the one thing that I do post a lot. Post a lot of times, sometimes pickups. I did forget a lot. You know, you guys told me to be better about it, so I've been trying to be better about it. But also, when I play cards, that Star Wars card game. So every time I pull something.
Yeah, isn't JJ going to that con?
He is. He's got a media pack. He is. Yeah, Rennavision is being represented once again at Gen Con. So
it's like that.
We got a lot, man. I'll be honest with you. Like pound for pound, we really do. For such a mid to small channel, we represented a lot of different cons. Probably if you go to con, you're going to see one of us. Matt was just at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
He was all over the place.
This weekend.
I saw pictures of him all over the floor. All over the floor. Not everybody's on the floor at San Diego Comic-Con. Some people say they go and they just sit outside the parking lot.
He was inside?
Inside. Well,
like in the halls and in the
listen.
In
halls, when Rennavision goes someplace, we might be in the streets, but we're also inside. You know what I mean? That's what part of being in the streets.
With the people.
Yeah, with the people. Well, we're the people's people.
Yeah, Matt was dropping all kinds of panel updates.
Dude, he was going crazy. He was showing us videos. He was doing all these updates. I was surprised
he wasn't showing us anything.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, he did show us a thing. You're right. He showed us nothing. My bad.
He was texting us things. Yes.
Okay. If there was a guy named Matt that was showing us things, he would have shown us a lot of things. We got to stop doing this because, we can't talk anymore. I almost gave something away the last time. We got a little bit of reprimanded about how we were wording a certain event that was coming up at Baltimore. We didn't say anything, but some people might take it a certain way, and then
it happened.
I mean, leaks happen. They're not us. We don't do them. They just kind of happen.
I think we were pretty clean about it. Realistically,
there's a couple people who are debating how clean. just a little.
I'm just offering my 2 cents. That's all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I said. Sorry, guys. Well, whatever. We still love you. GTK Comics. Hey, thumbs up. Hey, thumbs up. All right, AOA. Follow GTK Comics. AOA. Follow Dublo. By the way, AOA, BK's been slandering you the last couple of weeks, so I hope you're back for some. Follow Marco, like I said. There you go. Follow me at the Tales from the Dark Side. I should change my stuff. You know what I mean? I still do Tales, but we kind of just call it Dark Side now. Sub up to Pete and Toy Former. Yeah, Eric, good to see you. Hi, Eric. Alfred Pittigo. Anybody read Disney?
Not yet. I didn't get it yet.
Alfred.
He did remember that Blowtorch book we did a while back?
Oh yeah. We
remember that
indie
book,
right?
With the blowtorch. He was in the little shed thing, and he did that book, but he did a new book with a serial killer socialite.
Daisy Chain? Is it called
Daisy Chain? It was in my cheesecake section. For the
well, why don't we throw that on for next week, Alfred? Is it good?
I didn't get my book.
Is it good? Alfred, is it good?
That's why I didn't read it yet. So I didn't
get
I had to order it online.
Well, he better tell us if it's good or not. I'm not gonna. I don't want to read it. Speaking of that, we got a new person submitting stuff. Speaking of people, this guy right here, he's going to be presented in there. Where'd he go? right here. BK made us read something this week. So you guys can boo BK because he has finally given a submission. He tried to give us lame submissions for the review book, Take It or Leave It. It was like just top titles. You know what I mean? Like stuff that we've already reviewed that said were good and 3 or 4 books in. Finally decided as like, hey buddy, give us something that nobody cares about those. Like give us something that people haven't read. So he gave us something that we'll let you decide what you think of the book. I doubt anybody's read it. It is a book from last week, but I doubt anybody read it.
I'm sure people read it.
I read most of the. Well, we can talk about it.
We'll get to it. We'll get
there. All right, it's good. All right, cool.
Let's do it.
No, absolutely not, dude. He had to leave, and they were like, "What's up?" So no, I don't think so.
No,
word.
No, Matt was helping women and children escape from the danger that happened during STCC.
Pillar of the community. They actually thought that he was Superman for his other day job. Believe it or not.
Seriously, like that. He was.
They asked him if his name was Clark Kent. Yeah. They really did. I'm not lying. I'm telling you. You know what? I've never had a gusher, but I think I'm going to try one. It's just like a gummy with a jelly inside.
It's got like a jelly, like a gel.
See, that's what the wild part is. Like as a kid, we never had any of this crap. So like now I can afford all of it. So I can, like I had high C coolers, you know, like the bags, like Capri Suns and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I keep now a cooler in my back that I usually do for water when I'm working and stuff like that. But like we'll take it out to the beach because the kids get it. I just take that one from the beach now and throw it in there every once in a while. You know, I'll sneak myself a high C cooler, like a Sharkaberry
or a Capri Sun.
Sharkaberry, I think.
Oh, they use the pouch like Capri.
That's a pouch. It's a pouch. Why? How else does it come?
Well, used to have the boxes back in the day,
like the juice box.
Oh, like the Honest Company juice box.
Yes, the old school.
Yeah, those were high C's before there was.
That's high C. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Capri Sun is the pouch, I believe, unless they.
Well, no.
Yeah. No, Capri's always they were the starters of the pouch.
The innovators of the pouch.
Yes.
Yeah. The pouch was nice. I like it. Recycle it, everything. Hey, nerds. Hey, Ed. What's going on? Hello, Pete and Dub. Matt's been banned from SDCC allegedly. That is not correct, BK. Huh?
You know, sidetracked on about fruit pouches and juices.
Photo streets. Yes, Mar. Photo streets. Photo streets.
You should just get one of those variety packs that has the fruit by the foot with the gusher, so you can try it, and you know you don't have to go.
I didn't even know that. No, I didn't even know that. You know what it really came down to? You really want to know? This is the sad story. So, I was there's a back to school food drive at the church, and like you know, I want to give food. Yes, I'll give food to the kids because like you know like how can kids act wild when they don't get snacks and foods. So then my wife was like, "What did you do?" Because it said like give them like either the cereal things or give them like granola bars, right? Well, there's a really good deal at Kroger, so I bought. We were supposed to. It said donate 4 or whatever, 6, whatever. So I bought 6 boxes of granola, and then I bought 6 things of the little like 6 packs of cereal,
like the cereal boxes. The
guys? Like the little cup ones. Which I didn't. That shit. That's like the stuff you sign in hotels. And she's like, no, I think they were saying you're supposed to give like 6. She goes, what are we? What are they gonna do with all this? I said, what do you mean? Said 6 or 4 or whatever. I was like, so I gave a couple extras. She said 4, so I gave a couple extras. She goes, no, they meant like 4 like the smaller packs, like so they give 1 per backpack. And I'm like, well, what the
6
shit
boxes, 6
what the shit good's that gonna do a kid? Yeah, but if a kid's hungry, what the shit is 4 bars gonna do? That's gonna last them a day, bro. So then I went back out, and then dude, they got this wild shit now that you can buy. It's like cereal bars,
right?
Like a Rice Krispie treat, but a Rice Krispie treat. It's like Lucky Charms,
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, General Mills.
So she said the wrong word because when she said that, I said, "Oh well, if we want to talk about how kids don't get shit." So then I went through that, and then I was like, "Oh, it says fruit, or fruit cups." So I bought fruit by the foot because technically that's fruit. So I bought 6 boxes of that. I bought 6 of those cereal things. I bought like like the Dole thing. I bought 6 of that, and then like so then I took it. And I went to like the tub up there that now you can't see it. So I had a tub because I have tubs for work and everything else. So I put all the shit into tubs, and then church came along, and this is their fault, not my fault. But they left it in the vestibule. That's where you're supposed to put stuff. But we also have visiting priests, so I bring it in, and I drop 2 tubs full of shit right in between the 2 priests, and they're like, "What is this? Good? That's where you wanted it." So I dropped 2 tubs. So then I called him and asked for my tubs back. I was like, you can have all the food, but the tubs ain't free, buddy. So I'm getting my tubs back. But yeah, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you're whatever, man. So then I was like, oh, well, one of the boxes of fruit by the foot fell out in the back of the truck. So I ate a fruit by the foot. It was good. Fruit by the foot. Let's do this. All right, Artrell. I made it. Woo-hoo. Hello, everybody. Hello. Artrell. Yeah, don't try kiss butt now. Follow Artrell27 on IG. The truth will be revealed on SNS. I don't think Matt's on SNS. Might be a special guest on SNS this week. Just saying.
Well, I think he did some on Absolute Geek today, earlier.
Oh, cool.
So you can always go check that
Echo
out.
Coolers.
Ecto Cooler. Yep, that was a high.
Yeah.
Echo Coolers. Okay, cool. Thumbs up.
Limer?
Ghostbusters.
Remember Ecto Coolers?
That's high C.
He does.
Yeah.
Was that the one that had the? That was the one that had Slimer on the.
Yeah.
What did it taste like?
It's like a tangerine, orange tangerine blend, but it was green.
It wasn't green?
Yeah, it was green.
It was green,
It was
but
like slime.
they went with a citrus flavor.
GZ Drew Forev?
You remember Sips? I remember Sips.
I don't.
No, I don't know
Sips.
what's that. No,
What's the
remember
brand?
Jugs though? Remember Hogs or Jugs or whatever they're called? The sugar water in a barrel. It was a barrel.
Oh, the barrels.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what they're called, but I remember the barrels.
Yeah, I remember
Jugs
the
or
barrels,
Hogs.
yeah.
It was Hog Jugs, Jug Hugs.
Yeah,
I don't think they had
Purple.
names when I drank them.
Purple.
Yeah, they were. They did. They had a name.
I
They
don't
had a
know.
name. I think they're called Jugs. Have you guys had the Sprite?
Well, and every time I saw Jugs, I wanted Hugs.
Well, I've
No.
been trying to make this happen the past couple of weeks. I just haven't
go.
had time. But it's
Cool, Hug.
obviously this conversation and the chat's conversation means that we are missing Would You Eat That? So it needs to come back. So I'm gonna make that happen.
Did you guys comment? We're gonna get into it. Because we're gonna talk about.
We haven't even started yet.
Little Hogs. That's what it was called. Thank you, Artrell. Little Hogs. That's what those things were called. I actually saw. Hey, well, everybody's childhood's different. Some of us got little Hugs and Jugs, and some of us, yeah. Okay. All right. Yep. Yes, Dub. They want more. Let's get into the good stuff. We got a lot of cool stuff. Actually, as you may know, last week it was a big hit with a lot of you. We got great feedback. We're submitting books to CGC on-site grading in Baltimore. We're gonna go through some more. Now, listen. This is how it's gonna work. Still, we're giving you these options after we get them from the pressers and stuff like that. We are going to give you what we assume the grade is, and then we're going to let you guys vote. And it's going to be an easy vote. Yes, or go bleep yourself. And those are the two votes if we should submit it or if we should just go bleep ourselves. Okay? And that's
Fair
what we do. Oh, look at that. Still made in PA. See, there you go. Thank you, Joe. All right. We're also going to cover a couple of the take it or leave it. We are going to try to keep spoilers mainly to a minimum on the Wolverine Deadpool, but what the fuck ever.
Hey, it's been a week.
Okay. And then, we got some other stuff too. We got our regular news and everything else. So let's get into it, Dub. Let's try to hit that news.
All right, let me run that thing. All right, let's see what we got.
Here we go. I mean, I don't know anything else that we could talk about this week except for the biggest news to hit movies in
Superman wrap filming.
Superman is done filming. That is correct. This guy right here.
Oh, we didn't get the numbers? I thought you were going to give us the numbers.
That's after. That comes after
Okay.
the top story.
So I have some theories on this.
Okay.
I'm sure you
I bet
do.
you everybody
Everybody's got theories.
Everybody, there are theories.
Well, because
going forward.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So all I'm going to say is this guy is now signed for Avengers
what's up, Dr.
Doomsday
Ball?
and Avengers Secret War. So that's the names of the movies have changed. The Russo brothers is on board, which we kind of talked about last week that they were in talks. And surprise, Robert Downey Jr. is now will be playing Victor Von Doom in these two movies and probably some other things as well, since there are a couple movies coming out next year as well. So
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's obviously two angles to this. He is either going to be Tony Stark as Victor Von Doom, or he is going to be Victor Von Doom, not Tony Stark. Right?
right.
Well,
Which is there a way you would like? I read his quote where he kind of, I mean, I guess it takes
Don't
it
give
how
me
you
the same, different mass, same task. I mean, what is that supposed to mean? I'm not
well, that he's going to revive. He's going to revive Marvel.
Yeah, he's here to save Marvel, right? So
because if you watch a certain movie,
well, Marvel just saved by Marvel Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you watch if you watch the movie, there is a Marvel Jesus in there telling you that Marvel is in the shitters. The whole movie, he was talking about how bad Marvel is and how it's in the shitters. So, like, I think if you just took this without that movie, maybe you think like, okay, whatever. But if you watch Deadpool and Wolverine, then maybe what he's saying is, hey, guess what? I haven't been in the last like year and a half, 2 years worth of Marvel. How long has it been since Endgame?
More than that. It's been a few years.
It's been a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's been a while. And since then, Marvel hasn't been doing well. And if you watch Marvel and Deadpool, maybe they tease something very.
It was pre-pandemic.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. And maybe I'm not saying that somebody didn't show up in that movie, but maybe they said something like, ever since somebody hasn't been showing up, Marvel's been in the shitter. So, like, when you take that and then you take him saying, like, same whatever, different mass, same whatever, it sounds like he's got Marvel Jesus complex too. So,
maybe.
Well,
and how do you take it? So, how do you take that? How do you take it as not Tony Stark Doom? Okay, let's say that Tony Stark Doom's off the table. That's I guess my question. Let's say, I mean, it could be. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying, like, slow down. Now everybody's going to hate anyways because there's people buying shitty books that are stupid. But, like,
that's what I'm saying. All these different books are selling for all different kinds of reasons.
Yeah, but let's say he plays Victor Von Doom, not Iron Man. Let's say he plays Victor Von Doom.
And that's what I'm assuming he's going to do, as that's what
but let's just say, I don't care who assumes anything. Let's just say he does that. Do you like the concept of bringing back, like, this is like the Human Torch to Captain America, but it's not. This is actually the first time they're bringing somebody back who actually did a good job in the role. The superhero.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't think they're doing exactly that. It's just like you said, they're bringing back a certain actor who might have played Human Torch before. Well, who's to say the Doom that he's playing is from the 616? Most likely, he's going to be from.
Oh yeah, I mean, Secret Wars. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like,
you can recast and reuse that way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, how do you, like, if it is that route, because they could have just brought us another player to play Doom, right? They could have played us anybody.
They could have.
They're obviously going to use him as the Doom. If they go that route, if they go Doom Alpha, he's Doom Alpha. He's 616 Doom. He's whatever. Battle World Doom. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. He's the Doom. There's no other Doom but him, right? He's the main variant Doom. Do you like that they use the same actor who was iconic in a role already?
I would have just preferred somebody else, but it is what it is. I'll give it a shot. I still don't know exactly where they're going. I'm sure it's not going to be as straightforward or as intricate or confusing as people will try to make it. We'll just have to see what they're doing first.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying there. Like, people liked him. But, I mean, I'll be honest, some of the Iron Man movies sucked.
Yeah, the Iron Man film. Yeah, so I think...
Man, this is not my bird.
I think... I would have liked a new person as well playing Doom. I agree with that. However, he had like a symbiotic nature with the MCU, Iron Man movie, like, well, yeah, Hulk was first, but Iron Man movie kind of made the
Iron Man movie was really the first movie, no matter what it says.
Right.
That was the revival of, yes.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of the MCU, Iron Man, all of it, and so he is synonymous with all of the success of what the MCU was, the whole Infinity Saga. And he's gone, but people are going crazy. There's so much talk. Everything that you see is talking about this. People are excited about this. People hate it. But so many people love it, and that I think it's worth it for them to do it, especially bringing back the Russos.
Cosmic, I think they'll be back, but they're not going to be the same.
One of them already showed up. I get that, Dub, but, like, here's the thing.
I think we're starting over because we are in,
I was just talking to some people at the things that aren't that big into this universe we're in. They're fans here, everybody else is into, right? And like, if you see her the hype with the hype, it's like, I think it's like, look at the chat. All I said was, hey, let's not say it's Stark Doom. Let's go with the other one. Look at this, right off the bat. Like, here we go. Guesses on what Doom it's going to be. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's cool, actually. Like, I'm not knocking that. That's really like makes the fandom fun because everybody's got like a hype. So that's what I'm kind of asking. Are people hyped because there's so many possibilities on what it could be? Or are they hyped because they think he'll do a good job playing Doom?
I think it's the first thing.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, he'll do a good job no matter what.
I think he'll do a fine job as Doom.
But it's more that people are hyped. You know.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I'd rather just have somebody else play Doom.
But the hype that's there, they wouldn't have got that with anybody else. Nobody else.
Kylo Ren guy would not have made a good Doom, bro.
No, he didn't make a good Kylo Ren.
He didn't make a good Kylo Ren.
Well, the problem is like Doom. He's in the mask. I don't need to see Doom without the mask. Like, I don't want a lot of Doom with no mask. Like, I don't want Judge Dredd with no mask. Stallone, like that's not the character.
That's a fair point. That is
the problem
I
have with you cast a big face, a big name.
Well, actually, but Mandalorian, like he could be a Mandalorian thing. This could be a way that they can afford him. He's
Pedro wasn't big when they cast him as Mandalorian.
I understand.
Mandalorian made Pedro big.
I know, but what I'm saying is they could use the mask so that other stuff can happen. He can voice over stuff. It could give him more flexible schedule, which is what he said he didn't really want. He wanted a flexible schedule, and that's why he didn't want to do any more Avengers or Iron Man movies. It gives him that flexibility.
Well, speaking of what he wants,
a shit ton of money.
So first of all, the Russos are getting paid $80 million to come back.
Holy balls! Eat per kid or per?
I couldn't figure it out. I think it's total for both. Yeah, for both of them, both movies.
Oh, that's not that much then.
But they get kickbacks once the movies hit 750 million and $1 billion threshold. They get more money. Downey's has been written anywhere from 80 million to 100 million, but he definitely has perks like a private jet to take him to wherever, dedicated security, a whole trailer encampment just for himself while the filming takes place.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if you're putting
all these things,
if you're putting a mask on him, like you don't have to give him all that stuff. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
that's my problem with him being Doom then.
Yeah, it didn't have to be him.
That would be my only worry about him being Doom is I don't want a lot of Doom.
I like that they made it incentive laden. Like their contracts are incentive laden. There's $80 million to direct both films for 2 dudes. That's 4 people pretty much. Break it down to 4 jobs, 4 people.
Million, right? 20 million a pop.
Yeah, that's 20 million a pop. That's not a lot of money. Yeah. I mean, it is, but in the grand scheme of things, like that's not a lot of money. And then the incentives, like good, give them incentives. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good.
It's a lot of money, but
it's a lot of money. But yeah, not
no. But I'm saying,
relatively speaking,
yeah. Compared to the industry,
even relatively speaking, by other actors' paydays today, like all these actors aren't getting $80 million. Like that's
no. But like Tom Cruise got
what,
$100 million for his last Mission Impossible movie, right?
Well, just because he's also producing and he's got all the other.
But he gets points. Hold on, though. No, that's different because he also gets points. So like. I mean, when you break it all down, it's crazy. It sounds like these guys
are saying. But
so the other thing was there was some kind of deal where Robert Downey Jr. wasn't coming back unless the Russos were back as well. So they had a kind of a I'm only coming.
Do we know that for sure? Do we know this is just kind of
again? It's talk. It's talk. I didn't talk to Robert Downey Jr. or the Russos before we did the news, so I can't say for sure.
I think Matt did. So make sure you watch Matt.
Maybe on SNS will let us know.
Yeah.
So this was the news everywhere. Everybody talked about it. We got this right. I mean, Matt was all over this right when this happened. This is pretty crazy.
Hey, Cosmic One. That's not the other one. Looks like he's a serial killer. So lay off of him, dude. Wait, which one's the one that needs to lose weight? Oh, the short one. Yeah, no.
Leave him alone.
He's got $80 million. He can eat what he wants.
I just don't understand all the comics that are selling.
It's not 830 million. What?
80 million. He probably has that accident.
Yeah,
the comic selling is crazy. All right. So last week we guessed on some numbers here,
I
right?
have nothing wrong with the comic selling. I'm a big Dooms fan, as you all
No,
know.
I get that. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure out the logic of. So they just cast Iron Man as Doctor Doom, so now everybody's buying a comic where Doctor Doom becomes Iron Man.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's stupid, but I don't care. I'm
just trying to figure out the
Hey,
logic.
if you've been watching TAC, you've known, or if you've been watching Rennavision, period, for over a year, I've been telling you pick up any Doom cover, any cover with Doom. If you did good this week. Joe loves Doom, been picking up Doom shit for as long as we've known him too. Doing well this week. If you didn't, I mean, you can't.
I know.
You can't fight the idiots.
It's everything. It's like, hey,
are you gonna fight the idiots?
Don't
fight
wearing
the
Doom's
idiots.
cape. Okay, cool.
Doesn't matter.
Sit on,
It doesn't
ride
matter,
that wave of idiocracy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
So
You
last
know what
week,
this is?
you don't
Yeah,
know
I mean,
what the answer is here.
Yeah, Joe's eating well.
We?
Why would he?
Well,
Yeah.
I think all of us were under guessing.
Yep, I think
How much
Pete,
was it?
you said 180.
Who said?
I was
Uh,
thinking 185.
You said 185. Marco, you said 170, I believe.
Yeah, I've got no clue ever. I just randomly throw up numbers of these things.
I said 200, and even that was not
Yeah.
enough. It did 211 million, broke record for an R-rated movie's opening weekend. The previous record was held by Deadpool, the original from 2016.
Okay.
And it did 132 domestically, so it crushed that record. So
Yeah, well, that's good.
this movie was everywhere. I mean, theater. When we first got to the theater on Thursday night, it was kind of weird because it was kind of empty. But then all of a sudden, the preview started and the theater was full out of nowhere. So it was packed.
Everybody's
It
getting
wasn't
the
where I
popcorn.
watched it.
I'm sorry.
I didn't go to my normal movie theater. I went to Imagine.
Imagine, yes.
Yeah, I went to Imagine in Novi, in the Novi complex in Fountain Walk. And I went, I think 10-10 show, 10 at night, 10-10. Which actually, I didn't know this. Did you know now that after, like, apparently in a lot of these places, there's curfews in the movie theaters?
What do you mean curfew?
They have curfews. Like, if you're not above the age of, I think it's 18. It could be
Oh,
21.
yeah.
You're not. They're like, they say that you have to come with a parent or whatever.
Yeah, theater near me, there's no kids under 6 allowed after a certain time. Doesn't
That's
matter,
cool.
like the movie.
Yeah, it's like
not allowed.
18. I don't know if it's because they serve booze in the. Well, no, because Imagine. Well, what happened was the ghetto one that I used to go to, Imagine bought it out, but they left it the same name. So, and they left it the same style, which I didn't go see that one, but they have the same rule. And the rule is if you're 18, I think after 9 o'clock, starting time, maybe it's 10 o'clock, whatever it is, you can't. So the movie theater I was in didn't have too many people. I mean, I could count them on my hand. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 34. I will tell you this. There's an MJR. I just don't go to the MJR. The MJR is farther away. It's definitely not.
I go to MJ. That's where I go.
That's where you go. Well, you live on the east side, so.
Well, this movie's going to break all kinds of records.
It's more fun.
It's going to pass both Deadpools this week to be the highest grossing R-rated comic movie, and then come Sunday, it'll pass Last Temptation of Christ for the largest R-rated movie of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to break records.
Oh yeah, we're not even talking about this yet. We'll talk about it later.
So Marvel Jesus will pass Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else there is to say.
Aussie on Aussie hate crime there.
Twisters, Despicable Me, Inside Out, and Long Legs are still the same.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're gonna review this later, so can't talk much about it.
All right, let's move into some other news. Most of this is all from last weekend's SDCC.
I did debate taking my
son. Record
to
for
the
most
movie.
ticket sales underage kids for an R-rated movie. Could be.
I did debate whether my son would be okay to see Deadpool and Wolverine, and then I thought better of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know if they had any of those. I probably should have checked. I don't know why I want a cup that looks like a flesh toy. Was it?
Oh yeah, I didn't want any of the weird like.
They had a regular
Wolverine
looking
mouth.
bucket.
Joker
that had,
made $1 billion plus what?
On there.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's two problems with those weird buckets. Either one, you eat popcorn and butter and shit out of it, and then it's all gummed up and nasty forever. You're not gonna be able to clean that thing properly. No matter what you do, like you ain't getting.
I don't want to hear about this.
Movie theater butter out of there. Or two, you don't put anything in it at all. Then what'd you buy it for? What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna save a big gaping mouth Wolverine head and just put it on a shelf somewhere? Just an odd collectible to have. That's all.
We didn't talk about our DJ yet. Oh, he's a new Black Panther.
Oh, I saw.
No crowd footage.
I saw the Tropic Thunder pictures with that.
So Matt Shackman talked about the Fantastic Four movie and said that it's not going to be an origin story. There'll be bits and pieces of the origin in there, but we're not going to get like the whole origin story for this movie. It's more about space exploration and the space race, and it's going to be a retro future 60s, which is kind of what we talked about before. And it's about going out into space, and so I mean that sounds much better than getting just an introduction origin of the Fantastic Four, because that sounds boring.
We'll get some back to tank origin flashbacks.
Yeah, right. We found out who Giancarlo Esposito is playing.
I want to see the collar. That's what I want.
Yeah, he will be Sidewinder, the King of the Serpent Society. Marvel 2 and 164, I think that's his first. Cap 310 is the first.
It was selling well for like a couple of days until Downey had to come rolling out on
barreling over everything. So yeah, this is who he's playing. So Serpent Society, which I think it was a name
different because it just looks like a head. It just looks like Headpool, and then that's different. I can see you wanting to keep that and collect that. I'm saying the gaping mouth Wolverine.
The Wolverine one, yeah.
It doesn't work on its own.
So this is everybody was guessing at different things. I don't know.
Serpent Society is awesome.
Yeah, that's generous. See?
Yeah, I don't know if it's C.
Oh,
we'll cover Serpent Society next week. Yeah. We gotta cover something else this week.
All right, moving to the other side of the publishing world. We got casting news-ish about Booster Gold. So Zolo Mariduena allegedly confirmed that Camille Nanjiani. I'm sorry?
Just say Cobra Kai kid.
Cobra Kai. The guy who played Blue Beetle was at a con, and he was asked a question. He was in an interview, and he let it slip accidentally on purpose that Camille Nanjiani will be Booster Gold in the upcoming Max series. So it's going to be a television show.
I can see this. I mean,
sure. So yeah, should be fun.
He's got the I think the attitude that would fit this character.
Yeah, he's funny.
I'm just made of questions right now.
I think this guy's hilarious, so it should be fun.
Yeah, so I think it should work. It could work.
It can work. I mean, it's Booster Gold.
Exactly, it's Booster Gold.
Booster Gold, right? Bad Idea got a movie optioned. The movie's being made. The name attached to it is Derek Kolstad, who we talked about before.
Is it starring Dolph Lundgren?
I don't know that yet, although it should star Dolph Lundgren.
I'm just looking at the picture you showed me. I see him on Drago.
So this Derek Kolstad has been working on that other Planet Death with the same guy, Robert Venditti, who also wrote this. So this is a movie that Derek Kolstad is going to make from Bad Idea into a movie. So he's doing more and more comic things, I guess, this Kolstad guy. So and still working on movies, but
anybody big surprise that Dinesh, somebody who owns a production studio, would be having his stuff made into movies. Anybody surprised? Not me. Here, I'll answer this. No problem whatsoever. How many English people play U.S. American people before? I mean, like, I have no. As long as it's good, we've had so many bad casting of people. I don't care, man. And by the way, people like Booster don't. That's the worst. Like Espinito being Serpent Society. Like, yeah, who cares? Who cares? Because nobody cares about the Serpent Society.
Playing Captain America in that movie, so we need
nobody cares. Nobody cares about the Serpent Society, dude. So like, who cares? And Booster Gold, like all three people who give a shit about Booster Gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I always like to ask.
Which would you rather have?
What exactly changes? Like, tell me exactly what changes about the character.
Would you rather have a better actor play a shitty role, or a shitty actor play a comic book role? Because we've seen shitty actors play comic book roles for a long time, and those movies suck. And if you don't think so, go watch Deadpool and Wolverine because all they do is shit on that. Like, I'd rather just have, dude, there's one, there's one that this is fucking amazing, bro. Just amazing. So yeah, man. I mean, after that, I would rather just
save that.
Play a fucking part. If you're good, he's good. If he sucks at it, then he sucks at it.
Why does it matter?
I think it's more, our friend Dom always says, just tell me a good story. I don't care who gets cast as whoever, what they are. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
If you didn't think Jason Momoa was good? You didn't think Jason Momoa was good at Aquaman?
The first one was okay. I didn't watch the second one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one. But yeah, he was fine as Aquaman.
He was really good as Aquaman.
He made Aquaman interesting.
Dude, who the fuck wanted to watch Aquaman? Like, for real. That's what I'm telling you, David. Who the fuck wanted to watch Aquaman? So yeah, a character nobody gets zero fucks are given about. Go ahead. Like, the worst Justice League member has been a running joke for decades upon decades as being the worst Justice League member. He fucks fishes. Like, that's what people are saying.
But the look doesn't matter. Like, what does the look matter?
Yeah, he looked sweet. He looked like a superhero.
Like, you're mad because he wasn't blonde? What do you
have
to be blonde for? The rest of the Atlanteans are fucking blue. They're blue people.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know how Aquaman was goth. I don't get that. Damien, explain.
Yeah, I don't understand his goth. What do you mean his look? What are you talking about the look, Damien?
It's just because he had, like, tattoos and beads and stuff.
You're telling me he didn't look like a superhero? That motherfucker looks like a superhero. I think a lot of people need to start looking in the mirror, see what the fuck they look like. If you think that dude didn't look like a superhero,
let me get my tights.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I guess maybe Damien cares more about Aquaman than, definitely more than I do, because I don't really care what Aquaman looks like.
There's no shot he's trolling, bro.
Yeah,
he's got to be trolling me. That motherfucker.
Unless you fundamentally change things, it doesn't matter who you cast.
Oh, yeah. Go get him a green suit and make him look like a very tall vagina. That's a good idea. We can do that.
He doesn't have green suit. He's got green pants.
Whatever.
He wears an orange.
The fuck you talking about?
An orange shirt.
Here. Oh, God forbid they made a character which was a turd sack of a character, look cool like a superhero. God forbid. Okay. Oh, my God. If you're agreeing with BK, you got problems. Go to streaming news. I'm done with this.
So also at SDCC, we got a teaser for Creature Commandos. Did you guys see this?
I didn't get a chance to see.
I did. I didn't. I'll be honest with you. It's good. It looks okay. It doesn't. I hope there's not more than one season, but
it didn't suck. I'll say that. No. It didn't suck. It's a whole thing that, they reiterated that the same people will be playing the animated version, the video game version, the movie version, and all whatever projects in the DCU, so you get the consistent voices, and which is great, which is good.
That's good news.
And this was fun. It was a nice, quick. I don't know, it was like a minute and a half long. It wasn't very long. It didn't seem like. And you got Waller was in there, and then Frank Grillo, and so it definitely looked fun. And the animation was good. This will be
I know everybody always loves DC animation, and I've tried to watch almost all of it, and I gotta say, we're
getting to later.
The high points of DC animation are superb. They are very high, but there's a lot of low shit bag stuff in DC animation that people never bring up, and I would say probably about 75% of DC animation is in that low shit bag stuff, just fucking garbage work. No, it is but the height, that 25% is like,
I don't know. I think you're being a little overly generous with the shit.
Oh, so that
there's a difference. I think there's different layers of there's good, there's shit, and then there's just all right, it's all right.
Mediocre.
Yeah, it's mediocre.
The Bruce Timm stuff is absolute S tier.
That's what I say. The Bruce Timm stuff's good, but then go watch some of that. The Green Lantern shit, or go watch some of the Constantine shit.
Justice League
watch
Dark was
Green Lantern
stuff.
Justice League Dark stuff wasn't that great, bro.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't shit.
I don't know, man.
The Green Lantern animated show where there was kind
No,
of
no,
like
no, no,
That
no.
was
When
a
they
good
do all
show.
that story stuff, like when they do all the other. What was it, the
Flashpoint
Korean
was a good
Force?
movie. I mean, Batman and Harley
They
kind of
just adapted all their damn events.
Yeah.
I hope they do this next. That would be cool. I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Anyway,
Slop. There you go.
Anyway, let's move on to another trailer that we got from
It will be.
STCC, and it was a little teaser trailer for the Like a Dragon Yakuza.
Yeah, you're right.
This was like maybe a minute long. I mean, it was quick, and it was just a little tease.
All they did was show the tattoo. Maybe.
Yeah, the
Like, they didn't
tattoo.
show
You
any-
got a couple of flashes of.
I'm in.
Yeah, right, you got the tattoo, and you got
That's
a
all
couple
you
of flashes of like.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't need much out of it. It looked good. What are we doing?
Wait,
What are we doing here?
Cool. I mean,
Are we not gonna watch this? Because that's all they showed us. No, we're gonna. So
we're gonna watch it.
There you go.
First
We're gonna
3
watch
episodes will drop on October 24th, and it will be on Prime Video.
all right, cool.
Yep.
We're
I'm
gonna
I like
ready.
that kind of style. I like a couple of episode drop and
Yep.
then go to
Give us-
weekly. I can
Alright.
keep up that way.
Ross Geller.
You drop a whole season on me like they did with that the
Who's Ross Geller?
Too much.
Friends.
Pivot.
Oh.
Pivot.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
But you drop everything all at once. It's too
much.
daunting for me to sit down and watch like those who are about to die. Like, I
Did that
can't
come out
watch
all
of
at
them.
once?
Yeah, they're all out at once.
That sucks.
Otherwise, I would have suggested we watch those. But I mean, I don't have time to watch all of them.
We got a
Once again.
trailer for Rings of Power Season 2. You got a bunch of scenes in Middle Earth, a bunch of different settings, characters.
Is
and
the
this
bird's
guy
name
has a
Everett?
bird thing. I don't know what the bird's name is.
Well, then why are you saying Everett?
6 o'clock in the morning.
Ever.
6 o'clock in the morning. My son comes bursting into our room to wake my wife up. Not me, to wake my wife up to tell her there was a new Rings of Power trailer out. I had to tell him. She didn't wake up. Buddy, your mom's sleeping. You'll tell her when she gets up. She'll be up in like 20 more minutes. Just hang on.
Wow.
Go.
No, that kid's punished. What, are you kidding me?
Wow.
I wanted
August
my extra
29th?
sleep. I wanted to get till 7 o'clock. That's all I was hoping for. But yeah, Rings of Power.
So
in
you
it,
got
it's
about a
out
month. You got about a month before this comes out. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
what
comes out after when we get back from our vacation. So I'm looking forward to that.
Why does your kid know that this was out?
Because we all like Lord of the Rings here.
I know, but he should be sleeping.
Yeah, no shit, he should be sleeping. But yeah, you know what time we got to be at this swim meet on Saturday? 6 o'clock.
The kid should be in bed.
You got to be there at 6?
We got to be there for him to warm up at 6 o'clock. He's got to warm up at 6. Race don't start. Well, the meet doesn't start till 8:15 or 8 something like that. But his team, they've got to warm up at 6.
There's not a lot of pool space. There's a lot of kids swimming. Buddy.
I know. I know. Well, we just did it last week and had to be
It's
there.
also Olympic year.
7. Oh God, it was rough.
All the new
One more meet. Tri-County. We just gotta get through that. Anyway, continue. I don't want to
All
complain
right,
about
so
my
we
sleep.
have one bit of toy news. This is kind of a follow-up to what we talked about before. This came directly from SDCC, and I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. And it is our G.I. Joe classified Rattler from HasLab. I don't buy G.I. Joe classified, but I'm gonna have a hard time.
Didn't we talk about this already? We didn't talk about this already?
We talked about it because it was a tease. We didn't know what it was going to be.
They didn't
They
say
announced
what it
it.
was going to be. We just guessed.
Yeah. We were guessing about what it was.
Is this one of the things we guessed?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was kind of obvious, but
Yeah.
we didn't know any details. This
Right.
thing is just too goddamn big.
It's
Oh, that ladder's
huge,
pretty sweet.
and it's gorgeous. I mean, it's got so many. It lights up. It's got LEDs.
Yeah,
It lights up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got
Well,
LEDs.
it's built for
outside.
6-inch figures. That figure's a 6-inch G.I. Joe classified figure. This thing's almost 3 feet long from nose to tail.
Oh, so this is like for the Marvel Legends or yeah.
Yes.
33 inches long. It's like 2.5 feet.
Yes.
And it's like 10 inches tall with the wheels down. The wingspan.
And
is
it's also the
32
wings
inches
are
wide.
wide too. It's almost 3 feet wide.
This thing is huge. And it comes with all that stuff.
And a stand?
Bomb. Yeah,
and it comes
bombs,
with a
missiles,
stand, yeah, as
stands.
well. Yep, so many things.
How much is this?
We're getting to it.
I know.
Here's
Oh,
the
inside lights up?
The
Yeah,
inside,
inside lights up.
Yeah.
The goddamn gunner spot lights up.
Oh, this is cool as
The
shit.
little ladder.
I'd love this thing. I
The
just gotta know where
wings
to put it.
tilt up,
Yeah, the
like
wings
supposed
tilt
to,
up.
and they also tilt up like this as well, so it saves
Shit.
space.
How much is this thing?
The
Come on. How much
They
is it?
even have,
detail.
I don't know if you saw it. They even have the damage, like the original, the damage panel that you could swap out that had bullet holes in it. They have it for the big one. They have that too.
Yeah, it's over there. You can see it.
And the control stick, like that he holds, like they're articulated, like they move around as well inside. There's little details like that.
Oh,
that are just
How
great.
much is this thing?
How much do you think it is?
Yes, you get. I know the answer, so that's why.
$3.99.
Not bad.
Not quite.
Not bad. You're almost there. So here's your little.
Ooh,
here's your
you also
tiers.
get Baroness?
Well,
Not yet.
those are
The unlocked tiers.
unlocks.
So
Enough people order it.
11,000 gets the first tier, which was patches, but that's already been unlocked. And then
Patches are cool, but they just should have been.
All right, hey, Junior, get to the point. How much?
there's a lot of things to show.
Hold
I
on,
gotta
you'll
show you
get
all this
there.
stuff.
Well, get us
Yes,
how much
again,
it
it's not
costs.
$3.99.
You don't got to sell us. We're already sold here, son. You got to lock the deal in.
Here you go.
Yeah,
If-
way too long. People aren't going to buy it.
They have until September 9th to buy this. It's
Yeah, it's still up.
$325.
It's not bad.
Buy this. It's not bad at all.
It's just I got no place to put it.
It got like 8,000, like right up. Like I felt like I got 8,000 backers instantly, like right at when it went up.
You need to move your kid out of your house then.
And then right now it's at 12,000. Right before we went on the air, I checked and it was at 12,201.
Nice.
So it's
Go back
getting
now.
up
Go back.
So it's near the what is it?
See, that's what you
14?
should have done with
The
that
other
one
dude?
first, so we could see what the extra unlocks are.
So the gunner is next, and he comes out at 14,000.
14, I think. Yeah.
Damn, 18?
18 per baronet.
Oh,
It's got a
There's
whole
limit
month.
of 5 per person. And this thing's going till September 9th, or I believe. And that's
Yeah.
so I mean it just started like this weekend. So this past weekend was the first, I don't know, like
Yeah, I
I have no classified figures, and I've refrained from buying any classified figures.
Oh,
And-
I
Yeah,
got
the bat.
I got
That's
tubs
it.
of classifieds.
yeah.
I just can't. This thing is a beast. Like again, it's 3 feet by 3 feet. Where the hell am I going to put that?
Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, I passed them at retail. Like I didn't get them. I'm like, I'm not going to go down this path. And I've
I
had
got
that
them all
conversation a couple times. But this is there's no. I mean, I think the day you get this, it'll be worth $500. Like there's no,
Yeah,
as soon as it closes.
Maybe.
this was one of my favorites too. Like the original, like vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
This thing was just awesome.
I
It had a
never
lot of
had the
action to it.
original. But I had the 25th. I have the 25th anniversary one.
It wasn't too big. It made you were able to utilize it and use it.
Yep.
Like that dragonfly, like the chopper, the goddamn blades were always getting warped and bent.
I still have the original.
Of the Rattler.
Yeah.
the Rattler's awesome.
And all the pieces.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot of stuff. I mean, like I said, $325, but it's huge. So you have until midnight of 1 minute before midnight on September 9th. So
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
So you
And
guys
get the
have,
ladder. The ladder's a nice touch too. You put the ladder up and you get.
the lighting
fun
up
with
is just awesome too.
Oh yeah, the light ups.
So we'll talk about this again as the time gets closer, beginning of September. We'll give you some updates of where this is at and when those tiers get unlocked. So
Maybe I'll have to flip
All
through some slabs and sell something just so I can
Yeah.
buy this and keep it in a box somewhere until my son moves out. I can be patient.
all right, let's talk about some comic news here. So one of the big things that happened with comics was DC
Mm-hmm.
has revealed a brand new logo. Eagle-eyed fans will notice that this is just like their old logo from 1976 to 2005. You might notice that.
Eagle-eyed fans.
They just changed
It was
the color?
designed by Milton Glaser. He did like the I Love New York logo. He did this. He like literally from 1976 2005. This was the DC
Yeah, it's
logo.
the same logo. I mean,
It's
they
the
had it
same
in different
logo.
colors. They had it.
Yeah.
It wasn't always
Um,
black and white. They had it in various.
There goes DC, just fucking doing the same old shit they've always been doing.
But this
Oh
is
wow,
great
That's
though.
fucking original.
I'm completely
good.
fine with this.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, look at the other logos. The last few logos they've had, they've sucked. Like, look at the plain blue DC, and you got the Discovery Channel, and then you got the one that has the goddamn Saturn ring around.
The
Like,
swirl,
those all
yeah.
suck.
Actually, the DC Superman one kind of sucks. So does the 72, 74.
Yeah.
That one's bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. This one right here. That's
Those 74,
DC's
76.
logo.
I actually like
This is the
National
logo.
Comics, and I like.
I like the
do
National
like.
Comics one too. Yeah.
I like the National Comics one.
Mhm.
Nah, for me, this is the one.
I like
They
that
chose
one.
wisely.
That's probably. Well, I mean, I buy a lot of books that are in that era, so that's probably my favorite logo. But that's a cool logo too. I mean, this is a cool logo. There's nothing wrong with these logos.
So this
Like that
is gonna
logo.
be the same logo
No.
they use for toys, comics, merchandising, starting this October. Even in the movies and film projects, it's gonna be the same DC logo.
You're telling me
They
the
also-
Discovery Channel logo doesn't suck? Do you think that's common? When you see that thing,
Who are
does
you
that look
yelling
like
at?
comic
Who are
book
you
to
yelling at?
I'm
Who
talking to
yelling
you. You
at?
said they all look good. Like, they all don't look good. Look at the
No,
2012.
I mean, like
2016.
the 76 and the 40. I think the 72 is the worst. I think that's the worst fucking logo.
Well, that's just lame. But look at 2012.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit
Yeah,
about
I
it.
don't like that.
It's Shark Week. That's what I'm seeing when I see that. I don't see
Okay.
comic books.
Well, there
I don't
wasn't
like
too
the
many good comic
2005
books in
or the
2012 to 2016, brother. So you didn't
What are you
miss
talking
much.
about?
It's all Rebirth, right?
No, that was New 52.
New
New
52. That's
yeah, New 52
New 52
Batman
logo.
was the shit. New 52 Batman was good stuff. New
Yeah,
52
that's
Flash
probably the
wasn't
worst.
bad.
that, dude. I'll tell you, it's not the bottom two. The Superman DC one's fucking horrible. 70 through 74, probably the two worst.
Yeah.
40 is not much, but you gotta give him a break on that.
Yeah, I can't give him any.
I mean, the fucking 05 to 012 is what's that fucking old thing they used to do at the beginning, and now you know, or whatever it is. Not now you know. What's the thing at the end of the
more
thing
you
where they
know.
had the rainbow? The more you know. That's fucking the logo for that shit. The more you know, do. That's all that goes in my head is that fucking song. So
All right,
That's a good
and
one.
other news. So this guy, there's a writer at Marvel. He said he will explain to you how this Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom
I don't want to
will
explain.
happen. He's going to explain it to you on September 4th. The Ultimates 4, which comes out on that day. It's supposed to come out on that day. Denise Camp. He's been writing the Ultimates, and if you want to understand it, that you got to read this book. What a way to sell this book!
Yeah,
You got
I
a
don't.
Doom mask and mice with Fantastic Four powers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not interested in this title.
I'm not. I'm good. In other news, Marvel is spinning
Marvel's
off
all
the
in.
dog pool into cat pool and mouse pool and a dog pool team up.
I'm telling you, because one of the books we reviewed this week, this fucking pet bullshit, it's fucking stupid as hell. But there's a bunch of people
Oh,
who
shit, I
walk
forgot to
around
read
this
that
world.
one.
There's a
Gotta
bunch
read
of
that
people
one.
who walk around this world smelling like fucking litter boxes and dog piss, and they don't realize it, and they're enjoying the shit out of this stuff. So,
Oh man, maybe it was an Instagram thing. I don't know. I'm imagining a cat lady, the lady who was like licking her cat, like she was like, cats
Yes,
lick their she was a lady,
Angela from The Office.
was licking her cat.
Who?
Well, it wasn't Angela
Angela.
from the office. This was a real lady, and she was licking her cat and justifying her licking her cat. And
that's
was
what I'm
like,
telling you, dude. I mean, I'm in my everyday real life. You would not believe how many people just like go if you actually buy and sell comics. All right, even if you do that, I mean, you will run into everything. I ran into one where they're storing comics next to reptiles, and he's selling his dad's comics so he could buy more snakes. I'm not shitting you, and he couldn't understand how bad the shit smelled in that house. Dude, it does not smell good. Dude,
don't
there's
smell
so
it.
many.
maybe
They
he's a
don't know.
parcel
They
mouth.
don't know. Yeah.
He wants to be Lord Voldemort.
Two things I always do before I go into any house. Ready?
Smoking?
Huh?
Smoking?
Smoking doesn't. They don't do it either. Two things I always do before I go into any house.
Purell.
One. Nope. One.
I do that after.
I take a form of
You get a tetanus
antihistamine.
shot.
Nope. Form of antihistamine is number one. Number two, that little bottle, the little blue bottle. You take a little of that, the Vicks Vapor Rub, you put it under your nose like you're waiting to go see a dead body. Put that shit under there, go in the house. Swear to God. It's the two things I always do. You never see me without Vicks Vapor Rub. Never see. Oh Jesus!
Rub it on your chest.
Yeah.
So thank God this is just a online title. This is not in print, so you have to get the digital Marvel Unlimited subscription.
Marvel's not going to print this shit and charge you an arm and a leg for it.
Well, they will.
They
I
reprint
will
the goddamn free comic book day books.
What? Good point. One of
Marv,
the
you're
early
right. The
things,
more you
Marv.
know.
One of
Wait
the
a month
early
and
things
reprint
on
a
this
free comic
channel.
book day books. Insulted to you.
No, one of Marco's tips when I first started hanging out with when I first joined the channel was one of Marco's tips for going to a con was putting that Vicks Vapor Rub. Was the socks and the shoe, extra socks and shoes, change of shoes, and the Vapor Rub under your nose when you're at a con to keep yourself.
Oh, because dude, come on, man. The people
right?
smell bad with BO and animals, bro. It's a
So
terrible
many
combination.
So are you bringing the Vapor Rub to Baltimore, or should I get a nice little tub for us?
You can just get it good. I'll have some on me, but you can't use mine. What was this? Wait, hold on, Sarah. Hey guys, had a patient come in one time because she has an open wound that she disinfected. Oh my god. They know it's not the same bios, right? See, this is where people are stupid. What's that thing called? Durkheim whatever syndrome? Where they think they're smart, but they're really fucking morons because they don't understand what they're talking about.
I thought that was just people these days.
No.
It's America.
Like, no. It's like the hell is it? Somebody Sarah probably knows it. It's there's a syndrome. It's like when people they find one thing and they think like that's how it works. So what this lady probably thought was with dogs, they heal their own wounds by licking
their
it.
mouth is cleaner than our mouth.
Yeah. Wow. Starts with a D. Whatever.
Wow. Okay, I want to move on. IDW is still alive.
And still making Star Trek.
Are they?
And they're doing Star Trek comics for at least another year. So they've got that going for them.
I didn't even know Star Trek was still around,
Really?
to be honest
Just
with
a
you.
year? That's all they could get?
That's it. Yeah, they extended their partnership through 2025.
Like, you got to publish these things like 3-4 months in advance.
Well, Star Trek probably we don't know if you're going to be around in a year. So
We don't know if Star Trek's going to be around in a year. Who watched
Star
this
Trek's going to
garbage?
be around because they
Star
keep
Trek
making stuff. I don't know people. I mean, I know one guy that watches it. I know
No, you
one
don't.
guy that watches. I do.
Oh, well, one person doesn't make a franchise.
There are plenty of
That's
people who
true.
watch.
But I personally know one person that watches all of it. But that's it. I don't know any more people than that.
You're
Yeah.
an idiot.
I like the Abrams movies. Well, the first Abrams movie, and then the sequels that followed. But
Yeah, so Star Trek 500 is also coming, and they're probably gonna have all these. These are all various covers for that. This is not all of the covers, but this is some of the covers.
Dunning-Kruger, that's what it's called. Dunning-Kruger. Dunning-Kruger effects are when idiots think they know what they're talking about and they don't. Dunning-Kruger, it's two different people.
Oh,
Two scientists.
Diane Keaton married Freddie Krueger.
B, there's no way
there
you're
you
a fan
are.
of
There
this
you are.
garbage.
See, I
New
told you,
rom-com.
I know a guy. And that's the guy.
One guy. I guess I know
One
him
guy.
too.
You
There's
know,
one guy.
one guy. Yep.
Oh, apparently there's two.
All right. So Titan is putting out comics for RuneScape. Are you guys familiar with what RuneScape is?
I've heard of it.
Does that have something to do with Dungeons and Dragons?
No, not exactly, but it's a massive multiplayer role-playing online game. And it's been going on for like 20 plus years. There's different versions. I actually know a few people that play this game. And they're making comic books. They did a free comic book day book for it. And then now they're putting out books. And if you buy the #1 issue, you get a code for 200 rune coins.
Oh,
and I have no idea what rune coin
codes,
is.
Remember?
I don't know what it's worth, and I don't know what you can do with the rune coin.
So this is
You remember all
one of
those
things
soccer
like,
moms that were hitting up comic shops when
for
Fortnite was giving codes.
Fortnite stuff. Now it's gonna be all these Tubba coming in here, looping through.
Is it though? Because I wonder if you can just, I don't know, but you can like for example, like Fortnite, like they gave you like skins and specific things. This is just money. You can probably buy
I bet you the
money.
root coins let you buy things with it.
Yeah, but you can probably buy that money with just money. Like unless it's cheaper than just go to buy a card from like your
It might be like $5 to buy the comics, and you get $5 worth of rune coins.
Yeah, well, then it would make sense. So you get free coins and a free comic out of it. So yeah. Anyway, Titan's making this, and this will be coming out this fall, I believe.
Well, apparently, I don't know if you saw the news about NFTs, but yeah, you should listen to CM when we run it because they started suing the shit.
He said this game has been running for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least. I will say this: 20 years ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know at least in the early 2000s, I
what does it mean? 20 years isn't what it used to be.
What I mean by that is, you remember when the Wonder Years, the TV show, came out, and Kevin Arnold was taking place all the way back in the 1960s with Joe Namath and all that fun stuff. When that came out in 1988, it was taking place in like 1968. If they were to start a Wonder Years today, going back a whole 20 years,
why are you boring me?
The time of 2004. 2004 would be what that show would be based off of, and we'd be looking back all nostalgic about 2004, like people were.
I was moving to California in 2004.
That's what I'm saying. 20 years ain't what it used to be. Time.
What do you mean? It's always been 20 years. It's been the exact same amount of time.
Relative to us. Relative to an old ass like me, it ain't what it used to be.
Oh, wow. This is great content here. What?
Oh, you can. Okay, tell me more about the movie theaters in Michigan while we're at it.
Tell me more about Diane Kruger.
That's what everybody wants
to hear about Diane Kruger.
Dunning-Kruger. Well, you know,
let's talk more about Diane Kruger.
1986, when a sitcom came out, it's not 20 years like 20 years today, because 20 years today is the same amount of time as 20 years before, but it's not 20. What the fuck?
Oh, well, Imagine Entertainment bought the other theater near me, and they kept it the same. They didn't change it at all. Yeah, that's they did. Yeah,
it is 100% interesting.
Well, talk about interesting things.
15 years please don't talk anymore about 20.
Angry Birds came out, and now they're going to make comic books and graphic novels based on Angry Birds.
Is this thing still going on though? That's why I find more fans. Yeah. Like, really?
Yeah, my son was playing it yesterday.
What?
Yes. So they're going to make graphic novels that are for middle grade age kids, and then they're going to make comic books for the younger kids. So you can hit two age groups with the same content. And I have no idea how you make comics out of Angry Birds, but
they made a movie. Actually, I think they made 2 movies, or there's a sequel coming. If they didn't make 2 yet,
yeah. But is it? I mean, I get how that originally was because it was all over the place. But hasn't Angry Birds not really been a thing for a while? No,
they're making it. They're 15 years old. And they're making a comic book. I know.
Oh. Well, I mean, you can't fix stupid people. All right.
And then Dynamite is giving us news of the DuckTales with Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and also Thundar the Barbarian is finally getting his own comic.
Okay.
DuckTales.
So we can publish another 50 different covers every month.
At least 50 covers of each. Yeah, I definitely thought of Joe's Doolin when I looked at this Thundar. I mean, I watched the Thundar when I was younger. I do remember the Ookla. However, oh yeah, there's Joe right there. That's his. That is his avatar, or his little picture is Ookla.
Oh yeah, no shit, it is.
Yeah, that's who it is. So these. Joe? There was not a date. This was just announced at San Diego that they were going to be making these.
Yeah, I like DuckTales. So. Dynamite, you got to lay off all these covers.
DuckTales was okay to watch.
DuckTales.
Oh, I love watching DuckTales.
Quack. But I mean, I don't want to read a comic about it, I don't think.
Yeah. So. Marvel didn't do bad when they had those little line of whatever.
We probably should have read the Wolverine and Donald Duck book this week.
Yeah, no.
And with that wraps up our news.
Holy hell. Oof, that was some news.
It sure was.
That was something.
All right, let's get to take it or leave it, because people have been chomping at the bit here to hear the Deadpool Wolverine review, not listen to Pete talk about whatever the hell he's doing.
All right. That's enough out of you. Mr. Imagine Entertainment movie theaters.
Which was the girl that looked like she got hit in the face in that TV show you were talking about, Fred Savage?
I don't know what you mean by that. Paul Pfeiffer?
The girl that got hit by the face by Fred Savage?
Oh,
I
what?
don't
That
remember
was
Fred Savage
Wonder
did.
Years, right?
Becky Slater did
Whitney.
shit out
Wasn't
of
it
him,
Whitney? There wasn't a good-looking girl. In that
Winnie
bunch.
Cooper?
Winnie Cooper? Yeah. You leave Winnie Cooper alone.
Was she supposed to be on the spectrum, or was she portraying someone?
She's like a genius mathematician. Like real.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, was she playing somebody on the spectrum in that show, or
no?
Was she... Oh, that's
You were just being
okay.
You're just being inappropriate.
That's a look. Let's go. Take it or leave it. Comic review.
I don't know. I need to like palate cleanse after whatever the hell path you were.
Yeah, whatever
going
that
down.
was.
Matter of fact, I'm running the thing again. Just kidding. All right. Let's go.
Wasn't the
here
other
with
one
our
Sheldon's
first book.
girlfriend too?
Thanks to BK.
I knew this was the BK book.
All right, so here we go. Wait, you didn't give me enough time for this. So this guy decided to finally submit a book. This guy right here, BK. BK got it. All right, so this is his blame BK for this pile of junk. Blame him for this pile of junk. This thing was trash. I've read Nemesis before. It's okay. This was bad.
Harsh.
No, this is stupid. It was just dumb as shit.
It's a bit exaggerated to the point.
A bit. Oh
being
my
silly.
God, is this stupid? Like, first off, the guy can't, he's paralyzed, but then decides to shoot a chicken bone out of his mouth through a guy's eye and then bites him. Like, dude, if you've ever read the book Cross before, I mean, that's supposed to be shockular. This is trying to be it, but it's not in the same level, dude. It's just
I wasn't
stupid
even
for
talking
being
about
stupid.
that. I was more the exaggerated. Well, we've got to bleed 50 people for months to like. Oh, okay. So to bring you back, we've got to kill hundreds of people. You just might as well just make it just meaningless then.
Yeah, I mean, that was stupid. The whole thing with like, oh, I'm his best nurse friend, and pop out his eyes and then says, I don't care what you do. That was stupid. This thing was a waste of time.
Yeah, well, it's just setting up. It's just,
But isn't this like the third or fourth series of Nemesis?
Yeah, this is like the fourth.
So what more
one.
setup do we have to do?
Yeah, now he got revived
because he was
paralyzed.
paralyzed. He got taken out in that big game.
Yeah, and he killed some innocent girl, and like for some reason he killed that person's dad. Like that's something cool. Like that was stupid.
No,
Yeah,
no, they even put it the other people use that dude to try to get at him. It was
he was just stupid.
Yeah, this book was like
Nemesis is good, but this book sucks.
I'm assuming you're getting a thumbs down. I'm just crooked. It wasn't terrible. It just was.
No, it was terrible.
Wasn't great.
It was terrible.
Dub, did you read this one?
I did.
You on the thumbs down side too?
100% thumbs down.
All right, I figured.
I wanted to read. I mean, it was an indie book. Like I'm gonna read the indie book. Like let's see what it is. The number of tropes that were in here, like Marco already said, the chicken bone, then the guy gets his eyes popped out, then the hospital explodes, but that guy still lives, and the blood of 50 virgins, and then what? And then look, here we go, we're healed, and we're gonna go find our butler that's gonna drive.
The team. The fucking team of jokers. The whole shit.
The whole
holy shit.
SWAT team comes in to save him.
Stupid. So stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's sad because Nemesis, the first series, like the original one, was pretty darn good.
And the dialogue, was so cliched, just not fun.
This nurse says he's your best friend. What do you want to do with him? Take his eyes out. Oh, that's what you want to do? Do whatever you want. What the fuck? What? Yeah. I thought it was like even put. Shouldn't he have said do whatever you want and then said, but he's a friend?
Yeah.
Okay, take his eye out. Like that didn't even the way the paneling
he's a bad
was,
dude.
It didn't make any sense. The book was just illogical.
It was just so much generic stuff in there that didn't
I'm
going to try to shock you for shock's sake.
No.
But it's not
It
really
wasn't
shocking.
illogical. It just wasn't interesting.
Well, no, how they laid it
I-
out, it did make sense because
I also noticed that BK has left the chat and is not defending this book in any
he
way.
won't
shape,
defend
or
this
form.
book at
Yeah,
all.
no.
'cause he
What
knows
was
it's
the
trash.
logical? Like everything. I mean, it made us stupid.
Okay, well, when the nurse comes in there to be saved, then why would you say take his eye out? And then when he says, "Well, he's your favorite nurse," well, then do whatever you want with. He didn't say, "Well, do whatever
He
you
just
want." with
no. The point is, he doesn't care. The point is, Nemesis doesn't care. He didn't have friends. He doesn't care. That was the whole point of blind him. All right, do whatever you want. Like, he don't care. That's all.
Well,
I'm saying, it's not that that's
pages.
illogical. It's just not interesting.
Yeah, it's stupid. All right,
Well,
fair.
That's all my.
There, I'll give you that.
I will agree
I'll
with
give you
with
that.
Nemesis.
Sorry, I'm trying to
That's
make
all.
it
My
seem
only
like.
argument. It's not that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. You're right. I was wrong. Hey, I was wrong. You're right. It's stupid. Okay, it's stupid. So how do you have a crooked thumb? You just described this as being. At least I was going to. Okay, so they screwed up the
It is
logic.
what you it's what I expected.
So
At this point,
stupid.
what else are we going to tell?
Dude, this is like, and obviously the reading level of maybe BK.
You come
like
at an idea. We're like, well, I'm going to make an evil Batman. I'm like, there's only so much you're going to be able to do with this idea, and he's already done it. So where do we go from here? Let's start it over and do it again.
That's a
Cool.
shame they ruined this character. All right.
This is the one I forgot. I forgot this was on our list to do.
Does anybody know why there's? Oh, this is horrible.
Because it was 5th week. DC doesn't release things on the 5th week unless it's annuals or like miniseries stuff.
So
And
yeah,
one-
this is like a whatever, where there's 3 different stories in it, and all 3 stories.
yeah,
are fucking
anthology
terrible.
one shot.
It's the anthology. They did like a Watchmen one at the last one, which was stupid. They did like a middle one, which kind of looked like a Momoka type thing, but it's stupid. And then they did the first one, which was so cluttered. And you guys know I usually give
That
these
was Tony's.
things. Huh?
The first one was Tony.
Jesus. Oof. Sorry, Tony. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. It felt a lot like I was gonna say it felt like a lot like Stray Dogs. It really did.
Now you know why.
It felt like Stray Dogs, but it had too many words. Like
Too many words for a pet book.
for a pet thing. Yeah, dude. It was like
I get you.
no,
believe me,
hold
I
on.
get you. I didn't read it though, so I can't
Bro,
argue, but I did see it.
Tony shoved a fucking like if it was like a whole he shoved a whole story, so probably like 3 issues into 6 pages.
Into an anthology.
Into
like,
6 pages, bro. So none of it worked. Like, I mean, it had like super strong. That's so funny because it has super strong.
I know the answer, but he's
damn it, I don't remember. I forgot all
Bite wing.
Bite wing,
Bite wing.
Oh, bite wing.
Oh.
and it only has 3 legs, right?
Yeah.
The 3
I mean,
legged
dude,
dog.
like to the that is so there's a part in here where it attacks a bad guy and he's like, good boy, go. And all of a sudden, like and you're like, holy shit, this is like Stray Dog. Like it was Stray Dogs at a point. But once again, like the second one, the Momoka one or whatever was that Watchmen was just tough, dude. And this one, as I said, like it was, I guess if you're taking your shot to get it all done, take your shot, dude. But like, I like the ones where it's like they give you one book and you get the book and it's a whole story in it. You know, I love that.
I'm assuming down.
Yeah, man. Too much.
Dub, did you read this one too?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either. Because I forgot. That's my only excuse. I forgot.
Yeah, because what was this book too? How much was
What's
it?
that?
How much was this book?
Oh, how much was this book? I want to say it might have been like $7 or $8.
$7 or $8. Not for $7 or $8. No way.
Yeah,
No
I want to say
way.
it was $7 or $8. And the 1 in 25 ain't easy to track down because there's a 1 in 25 for this some bitch too.
Wow.
Yeah, I bet you that's great. But like, dude, like if it was just story 1, okay, I could live with it. But
And you
dude,
stretched it out so it wasn't 6 pages. And
well,
you
that's what I'm
gave me-
saying. Yeah, if this was like one book, story 1, spread out, because you could tell, like, dude, we should have taken some screenshots of this. Dude, there was a point where there was a paragraph on a panel, not a page, on a panel. Like, bro, you can't do paragraphs on panels. I know DC allows you to do that, but you just can't, man. And then, yeah, the other 2 books, like, I know people were raving about that Watchmen thing, but like, it was just Watchmen summary with super pets. Yeah, so instead of having the Watchmen characters there, you had one of the super pets looked like Rorschach and then was in jail. Like it was like comic book strips. So the last part, this is like, oh, this is probably the worst.
All right, we're spending too much.
Okay, go move along.
Yeah.
We don't need it. Don't buy it. Just flip through it.
Yeah, just don't
Or
buy it.
buy it for $1.
Buy the
it from
125.
cheap
Yeah, go buy the 125, but $8 is too much for this book.
But buy it from the cheap bins when this goes on discount because it's bound to find its way there.
Buy Stray Dogs. It's a better version of this story.
All right. I will admit I forced this one in here because we just have to finish this. I had to finish this. We had to finish this event. So I put Blood Hunt 5 in here because I just had to finish it.
Go back to the other book. I'd rather read that other book than read this thing.
What? It was
Pete,
all right. They didn't stick the landing.
They did not stick the landing. This book was worse.
Apparently, because what I didn't realize, there was no landing to be had. This was all just a setup.
Yeah. Yeah, this ain't that. This is
All a setup.
All just a setup.
And
That's all
nothing
this
to
was.
do with vampires or the sun or Blade or the vampire lord. None of it matters.
Nope, this is a setup. Next,
They
next.
misled me.
not
I was
only that-
duped.
Yeah,
You were
the
duped
whole
now, huh?
time.
It was just to
whole-
get me to an RDJ announcement.
And also, this ties back into that Timeless book. Remember we in Timeless? We saw the panel with.
Yeah, we knew it was coming.
We knew this was coming.
I just didn't know that the whole purpose of this event was to get us there.
It was to waste time. It wasn't even to get us there. It was literally to waste time.
No, it wasn't terrible throughout. It just, again,
I gotta say the art was not
Yeah,
too
also
hot
not
in this
good.
either.
No,
not good.
it's just the way this played out. It just, as long as it's been, I mean, it's 5 issues. The ending just felt like rushed to the point of, all right, let's just get this over with. And let's just hit the points we need to hit to get this done. Granted, I don't know if a lot of extra crap happened in all the side books and side stories that I haven't been able to keep up with all of them.
There's still 4 more that have to happen, right?
Is there?
Like according to the timeline at the end, it said there was 4 more issues. Yeah.
Oh boy.
The 4 more spin-offs that have to finish the story off.
Oh man. But yeah, I did not love the ending, so I'm on a downside here.
You're not the only one on the downside. I'm done with this book. Thank God it's over.
You don't have to be done. This is the last one.
Yeah, I said but thank God it's. What did I just say? Thank God it's over. Don't read any of this. Don't pick up this book.
You also with us, Dub?
Oh yeah, I when I saw there was a panel with Wanda, and there was like her leg, like looked like it was her arm in there, and I had to like look at that like so closely to find out
Why
where
did
her
she have
arm
scars
was.
in her hair every time?
And like I'm like that immediately. That put a thumb down for me. I'm like, how is this going to recover from this thumbs down? And it never did.
No, it just was. Yeah.
We can move along. It was bad.
Yeah, we can move.
It wasn't great.
Wasting our time.
I spent all this time reading this goddamn event, and
I think we kind of wanted to have some type of clue. You know, they fooled us a little bit. There was parts of it where you're thinking like, okay, this isn't so bad.
Cool. Oh, wait, he's the bad guy. Even from the start, you got me. Ooh, you got me hooked.
Yeah, we'll give it a try, and then it turned out to be a shit sandwich.
Yeah. Speaking of vampires,
yes,
we got another one, but in the future.
Oh, this is the worst. The fucking absolute shits. This is the shits of the week. This is the worst of the 2099s. This is an embarrassment. And I'm telling you, whatever they're gonna do for the spinoff, who did this one? I hope it isn't also a friend. Now that I'm going hard on
Orlando. Steve Orlando? Is that his first name?
I actually like that guy too. But this is the shits.
This was not great.
I thought the other stuff was the worst. I'll be honest. Can we just rate this as like what was? Because now the pet book is looking better. Because these last two, Nemesis was so bad. Nemesis was horrible. This was just the shits. And the Dark Hawk thing in this.
Oh, the Dark Hawk! I got excited. Like,
the
Dark Hawk. I'm like, wait, it's just a big bird.
And yeah, it's a hawk. It's a hawk.
And then I didn't know vampires can bite aliens too. Like,
vampires can bite fucking everything. Apparently,
they can turn.
And who cares? Yeah, the aliens. Who cares? Jesus, this was the
spent
shit.
so much time with it.
But hey, here's the other thing. At least they were doing stupid stuff in the other one where they're like dumbass characters like Wolverine becoming a Nova or some shit. This was just
that's fucking masterful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, this is the fucking because I like 2099. This is the
And he
shits.
likes Annihilation.
Yeah, and I like
This had nothing
Annihilation.
to do with either.
This had this is absolutely nothing to this was Dracula biting a big ass bird and calling it Darkhawk.
Dracula.
That's the fuck this was.
Spurs.
The fuck this is the worst. I actually, you know what? Where's BK? His book just got pumped up. Here's the order. Pets number 1. The shits.
Nemesis.
No, Nemesis is still number 3.
Are you still gonna go?
Yeah. So Blood number 2, Nemesis 3. This is 5th. There's only 4 books so far. That's how bad this is. The shits.
No.
Thumbs down.
Dub, did you read this one?
No.
Don't.
No, like
Dude,
this was
nobody read this.
When it came into the thing and it was like this sucks, or I forget what Marco wrote. So I was like, all right, let's go to the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, literally, I put I never give any spoilers. This book, I go, this book is the shits. It
yeah, you said
sucks.
this book, yeah. So I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
this
like, all right, I'm
was
gonna put the bottom of the
not
pile,
good.
and then
Not to mention, it was
I'm literally
so
having a
wordy,
nightmare.
too.
This doesn't seem real. Me even have to talk about this book because it's so bad. I want to.
This thing was so wordy, and it said nothing.
okay, let's keep moving.
Oh God,
We're spending too much time on this.
Yeah, we
On
are.
this.
Don't
Our
buy
final
this.
book.
Do not buy this.
We'll wrap up with a new number 1, X-Force number 1.
Fucking
Yeah, this
week
week
sucks. This week fucking sucks.
This week.
It was a rough week.
All right, so I'm gonna start with this one because you know what I'm gonna say.
Oh, I know you were just waiting for this.
I read it. I read this. I'm like, oh, number 1, they're gonna give us a new start, and like we're getting weird. Somebody's talking to us from like some other like
no. Yeah, that's
computer text. And, like, so we're getting whoever's talking that way. Then you got a hologram, and then you got like somebody trapped in some goop, and then you got like this all these little goop little things running around, and electricity monster, and like what?
First off,
did I just read?
First
and then
off,
Deadpool shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, what? Fuck Deadpool in this.
What?
Book.
Why?
Fuck Deadpool. Yeah, agree.
He called it out though.
Fuck
He's
Deadpool.
Well,
in this
here
book.
for
They
the
called
movie
it. Yeah, they did say it. Like, hopefully Deadpool
I'm here for
on
the
the
movie.
team.
So yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just the movie. He's gonna be there for a while. This team. This is the worst is they start
three regenerations time.
Oh my god, they start going through it. They go like, "Hey, this is team 1. This person's from team 4," and then I was like, "All right, team 1 wasn't the best. Team 2 pretty good. Wait, what? I think team 4 is really good. What the? And then you see this team, and you're like, "The fuck is this team? I don't even understand what this team is, but it ain't fucking something I want to read."
I don't get it either.
Marv, I would have happily read Saga like 5 times instead of reading this
Saga.
book.
I forgot Saga came out.
Yeah, I would have read
I didn't get my copy yet.
I like Saga though. Like Saga's always gonna be a thumbs up for me. So it's not like
yeah.
Like we could have read Saga, but you were gonna give.
Then we're gonna be like a thumbs
you
up.
could have read Grommets. I would have probably given. Give it.
Grommets, but we would give thumbs up to Grommets.
Yeah, so we tried to give.
Yeah, that's kind of what like BK was like. Oh, hey man, do you want to read what's the book, the Grave book that we all like that we've read to and given thumbs up to? And
the Scotty Young one.
Yeah, the Scotty Young one. And
Ain't No Grave.
Yeah, then he's like, hey, why don't you review
Department
of Truth, which has been a long running popular title. So like,
yeah, what's so that back?
I had to try to explain them.
I'm behind in Department of Truth, but yeah,
I am too.
Back.
Yeah, I guess we could check it out next week then, but. Yeah. But no, this is dog shit. So
I had hopes for this. I thought this might be a fun little team. I thought, all right, let's see how these guys work together. And then I read it, and I'm like, they're not really working together. It's just
this team's not good.
They don't even like each other.
Yeah, like, and I don't like them.
Well, yeah, but they don't even they literally don't work
them.
together. Like they don't work together at all. I don't know what to do with them. Like they're not good. They don't work together. Yeah. All right, there's shits. So now my ranking goes the DC Pet book.
Okay. I'm agreeing with you, having not read that
Pet book.
Yeah, I didn't read that. I wish I would have read that one.
DC Pet book now, the $8 price tag still chapping my ass. Okay, it really is chapping my ass. But that's number 1. A distant number. We're not even going to give a number 2. No, we'll give X-Force number 2. Almost same level. Number 2, X-Force. Then there's no number 3. We're getting rid of number 3 because none of the books after that deserve 3. Then you get the end to the number Blood 5 out of 5 for Blood Hunt. Then we skip 6, and then we just tie for 10 with the
All right,
last two ones.
I guess I could see that. Yeah, because Bloodheart was disappointing.
Oh fuck yeah, it was.
Like I said, Nemesis. It's not that it was illogical; it just wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
And well, Annihilation just was.
Oh fuck it, that was the shit.
That was a pile of shit. This honestly, X-Force. The worst thing about this, it just kind of was just boring. Like it just wasn't interesting.
Agreed. It
wasn't bad per se.
It was
just
discombobulated too.
Not interesting.
Would you say that discombobulated? Like it was like all over the place.
It was just.
Yeah, it didn't come.
You just try to tell me how this crew of people come together in the most uninteresting way possible.
That nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares about. I'll agree with that. All right, sounds good.
I don't know. But since we're talking about Deadpool and his just weird appearance, I figured let's change up the order and not do streaming shows next, but do the movie review next. Because, well, we got Deadpool. So let's talk Deadpool.
BK, get one person, one human being to defend your choice this week. One.
You didn't even defend your own choice.
Yeah, you ran away. Where were you when we were talking about Nemesis?
Coward. Yep. Run away. All right.
Run away.
Oh, we're going right to this shit? Oh, this is the best shit. This is the best shit ever.
Well, I figured we were talking about X-Force. It felt like a more natural progression.
10. Give it a 10. 10. This was, dude, this shit was so funny. This was like, I thought, I'll be honest, I thought Deadpool 2 kind of fell off from Deadpool 1, right?
A little. There
fell.
But I will say there were little parts of this. This started slow. That's the only thing. Only gripe I'll have.
I don't.
A little bit to get going. Like how much? I don't want to do full spoilers. I mean, most of the shit got spoiled for most. If you guys haven't seen this already, I'm assuming
I will tell you
most of the things probably got spoiled for you anyway.
I just want to know.
News and...
So we were kind of talking about this earlier. I was in the theater with a dozen people, right? A lot of them were younger. There's a family, a lot of younger people. I don't think people were that diverse. But Dub had a different experience because people do. But they brought a character who a guy and the line pretty much was, the guy said, "I was supposed to play this character, and it never came out." And Deadpool says, "Yeah, were you supposed to play the character, or was it just you posting on the internet that you were supposed to play?" Like something to that effect. I'm not going to use the exact line. And I fucking lost it. I started laughing so hard. Then the dude does an accent. I'm almost pissing myself. And these two young ladies that were one seat over are like, what the hell is she laughing at? And I couldn't stop that shit. It was just hilarious. The shitting on
coach, the Minions.
Yeah. Oh, dude, this shit was so funny. But dude, all the shitting on Fox that they did too, all the shitting on Marvel, they shit on Marvel a lot in this movie. It was funny. I thought it.
I will also say I was surprised that those cameos that I've kind of figured would be they'll just pop in and be gone. They were around for a while. Some of those. The
one that they did that he played another character that was people didn't think he did right, and then he came down as that character. The audience didn't understand that either. The audience did it as soon as he took off the coat. I fucking started busting out laughing. Once again, people look at me like weird.
Oh, he's going to say it? He's going to say it?
Yeah.
He said the other thing?
He said the other thing, yeah. I started losing it. I started fucking losing it. And once again, I mean, I don't know. They would laugh at other things, but there was so many, if you are a fan,
my wife laughed at that part. She was cracking up.
Yeah, if you're you don't even have to be an MC. Wait, it's MCU's the video one, right?
What's the universe MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you're just that, the Fox combination, if you follow that your entire time, you'll get it. You'll get it. And then they did do. I thought
my boy showed up in here.
What's funny is you were talking about that the Wonder Years, right? And they have a part in the post credits where it's oh shit. But when I was watching it, I was thinking, damn, even the bad shit, we've been pretty lucky to get, because they showed you all those things. You know what I mean? From Fox, from Marvel, they showed you a bunch of shit. And I was like, damn, man, sometimes I think we forget how lucky we are with all the stuff we've got, the good and the bad. But like, damn, bro, it was good, man. It was lights out good. I would say it's actually the first one's probably still going to be nostalgically good because it was the first, it was good, well
it's still,
done.
we still put it on just if it's on it's just background.
Holy shit! This one was just like they made fun of the time. Holy shit! Did they shit all over the time variant?
See, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this one again. And like I said, I did debate taking my son to it. I'm like, well, what are they going to have? I was like, it's not going to be nudity or anything like that, but it'll just be language. I mean, not worried about the violence.
Hating on who?
The language. But then I started thinking about it, and I even talked to a couple of the other dads at football practice the week after we saw it. And he was like, I was like, yeah, a lot of the jokes will go over their head. And then the one guy's like, yeah, then they don't know not to say it. I'm like, you got a point there. They don't get what's being said, and they just start repeating stuff.
Yeah.
That could be a problem. So, yeah. He's not ready for this yet.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a rated R movie. But fuck.
It's funny.
Dude, I there's times because I kind of you ever just start finding something. You ever been in a room where first off, it was everybody in that theater was trying to be nice and quiet. There wasn't people with their phones on or anything else. And everybody's trying to be respectful. And I was trying too. But dude, I couldn't stop. There was points I just tried to stop laughing. Not because I didn't find it funny, but I realized I was the only fucker laughing. And I was like,
I had a good crowd.
I just kept going.
They weren't bad.
I kept going, dude. It was, dude, I'm sorry. That dude, the who's your voice coach? That character, that was amazing. There's a Pete reference in it too. What about when he goes to that one bar and he goes, "Oh, real life reference."
Oh, comics accurate.
Yeah, comics accurate. Yeah. Holy shit, bro. Oh my god.
The motorcycle was pretty awesome.
Dude, yeah. I knew Pete was gonna love this because it's got a lot of Pete references in here. That's what I'm saying. They did a short joke and they did another Pete thing in there.
Hey, you just made a short joke. We just went over just for fun because the Olympics are on. All like the men's gymnasts, they're all like my height.
Cool story, bro.
But they won gold. Well, no, actually they won bronze, but still.
The shoe store.
Well, we saw the Liefeld shoe store.
Yeah, that was in the trailer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think he's talking about character. I asked about
the girl is the villain, but really, did you have a problem with her?
No, I didn't have a problem.
No, she was a good villain.
I thought for what she got to play, she was good.
Oh, she did a really good job. I didn't like her that much. I wanted her to die.
I thought both villains were actually good.
Exactly, Eric.
Right.
Yeah, I thought both villains were good.
Yeah.
That made me think about something too. Like, it kind of made me think about it too because they were showing stuff and like, remember when Marvel used to have the double villain? Like you had what's his name? The Kree. The Accuser.
Ronan the Accuser.
Oh,
Ronan the Accuser to lead into that. And like they kind of got away from that. And I think they need to get back into that. And I hope they do. I hope they do with the next two things that they're going.
So wait, you want like the underboss?
Yeah, I want like underboss to get into the bigger mega boss because it makes the mega boss look bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh no, that was hilarious, dude. Well, then they just don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah.
They had to listen to the lines. The lines were spot on. It was hilarious. It was absolutely, dude. Ride every day. I was laughing so hard. I pulled one of these where you just start because they give you the big seats. I start falling down and I was trying like not to laugh anymore. And I was just falling out of the seat. I almost hit the floor, bro. Almost hit the floor. It was so funny. That whole like if that's YouTube wants to be famous, just put that whole clip right there in a 30-minute clip. It'd probably be the best short video you ever seen on YouTube. Because that shit was hilarious. That shit is hilarious. Ugh. Anyways, all right.
Well, I've probably seen at least 9 different versions of the opening sequence, whether it be a Lego version or a no background version or the action figure version reenacting the bye bit. So I'm sure it probably exists already out there, Marco. You can get your special character.
Yeah, so I figured too, you guys were like loving because they did a boy band bit in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Right. And that boy band actually changed the name of their, I don't know, like 20-year-old video to say official Deadpool 3, like in their description of the song.
Which one was that? Which boy band was that?
It is NSYNC.
Okay, I'll just say NSYNC.
Yeah.
Because my wife didn't get to go with me, unfortunately. I think I was like, dude, you got. She's like, hey, the next day she's like, what do you think?
got
And
an
I was
excuse
like,
to go again then.
yeah, I was like, oh, you got to go see this. She's like, well, what would I like? And I was like, oh, I think it's just funny or whatever. But now I can say, oh, he does a thing with NSYNC. So
there you go. Again,
JP.
my only minor gripe is I will just say the beginning. There's a couple scenes that just went longer than needed to be. That's all.
Bro, I don't care. The shit's a
But I'm just,
masterpiece.
you know what I'm saying? Like some of the setup stuff.
And by the way, it is actually better.
There was a
than
couple
number
funny
one.
jokes,
It's better
especially
than number one.
the interview bit. Like, yeah, there were some funny bits, but that scene went on longer than it needed to
The
be.
interview.
He's trying to join a team.
Oh, the Iron Man thing. Yeah.
Like it was funny, but it went on a little longer than it needed to be. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Probably because they're just kind of winging it, just having fun. And
Peter was funny. Holy
God.
shit. Holy shit. There was so much
Peter's the
funny
best.
shit.
Peter's
There was
so good.
so much funny
Hey.
shit.
just tug on it. Just tug on it.
But you know, they set up some things for future MCU.
They did.
You know, like callbacks or whatever the
Call forwards.
how is it gonna moving forward like that. I forget what the wording is now. Something being oh man, I can't remember the word.
Do you think they're going to get out of the time? Can I ask you a question? Because they shat on the time. Well, in my mind, they shat on the time variant thing a lot in that movie. Just the direction
TVA?
that Marvel took it with the TVA.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, not even secretly, there's a lot of shitting on the TVA.
Well, you watched Loki, right? So I mean,
yeah, I know, but do you think they're gonna get rid of, like, do you think they're moving on from the TVA?
I don't think they're gonna be.
No,
needed.
I don't think they're gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna need it too much, but I don't think they're moving on from it. It's still there.
I mean, like the whole multiverse thing too. It just like it seemed like that.
Well, I think that will all come to. I don't think they're gonna move on from it. I think we still got a little bit more of it coming.
Yeah, we've got 2 more Avengers movies to wrap that up.
Yeah, but I think come 2027, once we get Secret Wars, I think we're just not completely starting over, but I think we're kind of starting over again. It's 20 years.
Yes,
20 years. We're going to get introduced to some new characters we haven't seen yet. Probably our new X-Men, etc.
Well, we've also, the Nova's
recast going forward for the next 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, I know. See, the comics, that what they do in the comics doesn't matter, Joe. Like the fucking
comics don't matter. Like comics don't matter.
All right, well, I thumbs up. I'm double thumbing up taking this one again.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it again as well. So I gave it a thumbs up.
All right, I think we're just gonna go across the board there with that one, because like I said, I had minor nitpick about, like I said, the beginning dragging a tiny bit, but
there's one thing I thought we got to remember to talk about this offline. The Wolverine that he has there, the incident that happened. I thought they were going to reference a comic book there.
Oh, you thought I thought so too.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Yeah, they did get your boy in there though. Well, not your boy, but that few. Well, possibly.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah. I know. Yeah,
I like the comic covers that we saw.
Yeah, we
that
got
was pretty
that
awesome. Yeah, that was nice.
All right, that's good. Yeah, let me take it.
That's good for that. Which takes us to our streaming, and I did shorten it. I did not get to A&E's Legends this week, despite the fact it was Ted DiBiase and Paul Heyman. I started watching Paul Heyman, but I wasn't going to be able to finish. So
I mean, like I had to go to the theater for 2 hours. So
yeah, I didn't have time for the A&E stuff. I did watch the last Hard Knocks. It was boring as shit. So I didn't bother doing that. What I did do is I told the boys, make sure you watch this, because I'm watching it this week. Kite Man, hell yeah.
Also not for kids.
Not for kids, no.
Not anywhere close for kids.
I don't think the Harley show is for kids either. That's not.
No, the Harley show's not for kids either.
My
watched
wife
a
came
couple
down
of
and
those.
said, "What the freak is
It's
this?" I said, "Not for kids. That's what it is."
It's like Venture Brothers is what it is. It's Venture Brothers. Like it was. I don't know. I watched all 3 that are out. And the next one
Me too.
will be out tomorrow. I'm enjoying.
I'm gonna watch the next one too. Yeah, I think it's I like what they're doing
dumb.
with it.
It's goofy. It's
so stupid.
You know,
it's so stupid.
You
It is so stupid.
You could do so many under the radar books just covering characters they show in this damn show.
Don't Pete. Don't ruin next week.
Okay,
cool. Ruined next week already.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me. So how do I know? I thought I was giving you a tip.
Yeah, thanks though.
I
mean, I figured you would have thought like, holy shit, he saw this. This is gonna be the next week's worth of content. Yeah, it was wow. And Joe, I'm surprised you don't like this. Because
Joe said,
yeah, what was the last one? There was a whole like nude fight in the third.
Yeah, there's a whole nude fight in it. We know how Joe likes nude cartoons,
but just covered by blood.
Yeah, covered by a towel of blood. It was ridiculous. It is the most absurd shit. Like it's literally every scene's like
like the planet.
This could be the most absurd shit.
Place. Like that's hilarious.
Bro. How about the twins, bro? How about the twins? Jesus, jeez.
I haven't seen it yet. I didn't get a chance to get to it.
What's her name?
I thought you were agreeing with us, Dub. You gotta watch. Give it a try.
No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I want to.
Hey, what about what's her name with the head in the jar?
Oh,
I was like, wait, what? I was like, did she just do it? I think she did. Okay. All right. Okay.
What about the one dude hanging out in the bar? Just the kindergarten teacher.
Oh shit. This is good. Watch it. I don't like make sure the kids are like well asleep before that. I mean, this isn't even appropriate for like 14-year-olds. Like this is completely inappropriate.
Bane's pretty funny.
Bane's fucking hilarious in this. Bane, I was like, why you know what I did think though? Who was the first one to do Bane's voice like that?
Well, it was Tom Hardy, because before that it was just that other dude, not Vader, but the other dude just grunted and just
so Bane's voice is so like the crackling shit voice is all Tom Hardy's fault.
Yeah, there's yeah, that's all Tom Hardy.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, "Was it Tom? Did Tom Hardy?" Hey, my man is great in Peaky Blinders. He's great in that the one with the gay brother, the twins that are the English guys. Like he's great in all that stuff. But like that Bane thing, he really screwed that up.
Tom Hardy is like the dramatic version of Adam Sandler, where he just does bad like accents and voices for characters he's playing these days. Because think about it, like his Venom voice. Like his Eddie Brock, like where is he from exactly?
Yeah,
like, what is that accent?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like when Damien was saying it earlier about stuff, like yeah, but we let that dude play like English American characters,
yeah,
and that Eddie Brock is fucking atrocious. It's fucking atrocious, bro.
I'm trying to kill some people here. I don't know what we're talking about.
What type of American accent is that? I mean, I've heard a lot of dialects in this great country. I've been to a lot of different states.
I haven't seen the Bike Riders yet, the motorcycle movie, but even the commercial, I'm like, what's this voice now that he's doing?
Yeah, it sounds like a 5-year-old trying to make up voices. It's fucking horrible. But this shit's hilarious. And that Bane is fucking Jesus.
Yeah, Bane's pretty fun. Jesus. What? You didn't even take their order.
Yeah, is it the same Bane from Hogs?
Oh, it's good stuff. So we have a short.
Scout that place. Where the hell's Bane at?
He come back. Are you working here now?
He goes, I have to go and turn in my resignation. And you're like, no, you don't have a job here. Okay.
See, I'm laughing even just thinking about it. That was fun.
She had the date list too.
This show is not fun, but it is good.
I'm actually annoyed with this show this week.
Are you?
I am annoyed with the show this week.
Oh, well, let's hear it. What are you annoyed about?
You gave
I
us
expected more because they usually do the
thank you
big penultimate and then
thank you
nothing.
You gave us the thing. All right, you gave us a clue. You gave us, and then you took the whole damn episode to do 5 minutes worth of shit.
Yeah. I got what you're saying, but at the same time, I still liked it. I still liked the
However,
episode.
the ending, the ending scene, whew. But like that should have been. There should be what there should be. That should have been the halfway point in an hour show. That should have been the 30-minute point. The
Yeah.
dumb shit. Like,
I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying. We could have gotten more and
you
less.
They did surprise me because Olaf or Wolf or whatever his name is. I thought he died, and obviously he didn't. Spoiler alert. The people aren't gonna know who that character is because the hammer was the hammer, and I wonder what they're gonna do with the hammer now. I wonder what they're gonna do with those two characters now, because I don't think they're gonna do what. I think this might be a Jon Snow situation going on right now, where maybe they get a little funny. Maybe they get a little funny with.
I don't think they're gonna do anything.
He's gonna
like
sleep
that.
with his aunt.
No. Yeah. No.
Well,
did you watch the little thing after? Did you watch anything after?
No.
little
How they put this
teaser?
together?
Yeah, they did a little teaser for next time, and then they give you.
Oh, I didn't know.
Sometimes there's a behind this. I haven't watched all those behind the scenes, but sometimes I do.
Yeah.
And this one, you guys obviously have read the books, and you have preconceived ideas of what's going to happen about some things, and so this one was directed by a horror guy. Like he's done horror movies, and it was like the movies, like, so you saw it from the point of view of Olaf or Ulf or whatever his name is. So a lot of it you saw was from his point of view. So it was supposed to look like you're him, and and you're facing what's happening from his point of view.
Okay.
No, wasn't it Harold's point of view?
I don't know which one it is. The guy with the daughter and
it's Harold. Yeah,
okay.
Harold the Hammer.
Not the guy in the bar.
That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so Harold. So his point of view, and you see the fire, you see what's going on with him.
Yeah, I see this.
Yeah, so that was it was different.
That portion I really liked. I thought that was
really good.
What I thought was getting to that portion was kind of dog shit. Like you took too long to get to that portion.
It did. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I think because I think part of it is they're spending too much time with Damon because of people know Damon and they like Damon from the first season. They like Doctor Who, Damon, but
Damon,
you know what I'm saying? Like we don't need to keep seeing every fucking
the river run thing. Come on, and like how over dramatic the river run.
That's what I mean. They're just spending way too much time with that. Like that's stuff in the books. Like I forgot about him for a while. Like oh shit, that's right.
Also too with Prince Rhaegar. No, what's the prince that's in charge right now?
Aemon?
No, what's the brother? Aegon, isn't it?
Yeah, Aemon. Aemon's in charge.
Aegon. Yeah, we don't need to see anything with Aegon.
Oh, you don't want to see his rehab?
No rehab with Aegon. We don't need that. Nobody gives a shit.
You don't
rehab with Aegon? Like that's some fucking shit should be on Lifetime.
PT? We don't want to watch PT with Aegon?
No, don't want to watch it. Don't care. Don't care. You know what I mean?
We didn't get that much, did we? I mean, it was just a few minutes.
That wasn't much. I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like, no, well, it was like 10 minutes there. That's what I'm saying. It was 10 minutes there.
No, it wasn't 10 minutes. That wasn't, I get what you're saying, but it wasn't as bad.
They're trying to make, what's his name?
I give a shit about the
What's that family? What the hell's that family? The Glovers? Is it Glovers or whoever it is? They're trying to make that family like him be, remember the guy that was in the original one? The guy that was the King of Whispers? The bald-headed eunuch.
Oh yeah.
And Littlefinger. They're trying to make him a combination of that, and it's like this character's not that in depth.
Who, the club foot guy?
Huh? No, the foot fetish dude. Yeah,
the club foot guy.
Yeah. We don't need this guy, the guy with the broken foot. We don't need his side quest story. We don't need a side quest story.
No, I know, because in the big scheme of things, there's nothing there. We're not going anywhere here.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. We need.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we didn't need. Don't care about goddamn river lords. All right, we get it.
Here's another thing too. Can I ask you a question, Pete?
Yeah.
Well, this is because last week, so we know this already. We saw last week, we saw somebody from the what's the family that's out in the water? The Targaryens that are out there.
Wait, The
The
Targaryens
seahorses.
or the Valerians?
Seahorses. Valerians. We saw somebody from the Valerians. We saw somebody from the Valerians take over a dragon last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know who that is, right? And you know who they originally. This is what I didn't understand too. The whole nonsense with what's her name? Originally, they said this was the son of XYZ, was the son of somebody who's dead already. Somebody's son. And the father is actually the one who, in the actual lore, the father, who is still alive. Well, this is probably given away. Because whatever. That's his kid with a hooker, pretty much, or a sea wench. They use his son who's dead and used to be married to somebody else and say that it's really his kid. And that's why that character can get on sea smoke. Okay. But and it was the idea of Rhaenyra's daughter or son to have the dragon.
Wait, what? Wait, you confused me now.
Yeah,
okay.
You
know Rhaenyra. You know Rhaenyra, right?
No. Who's Rhaenyra?
Or what's the chick with blonde
Rhaena
hair?
or Rhaenys or the
Rhaenyra.
Who died? The one who died.
No, who's the chick with blonde hair? That's
the queen.
The
Rhaenyra.
Yeah. Rhaenyra. Yeah.
Well, because Rhaenyra had a very close name to the Rhaenyra.
Rhaenys.
Okay, so Rhaenyra's first husband, right?
Yes.
Her first husband.
Yeah.
The guy that takes sea smoke. How it comes out in the stories is that's that guy's kid with a hooker or with a sea hooker, whatever, with a salt wife. That's the original story. And it's not, it turns out it's not, it's actually the dad because we all know that guy was gay. And then Rhaenyra's son was actually the one that did the dragon seeds. In this episode, that the guy that was all pissed about the dragon seeds was actually the guy in the books who it was his idea, which I thought was kind of weird.
I see what you're saying because now, you're calling out the fact that I'm a bastard. Everybody's gonna know,
right?
But yeah, in the books, it's his idea because kind of know I'm a bastard, so why don't we look at bastards?
I thought that was kind of weird, but whatever.
But it makes sense for the show.
Yeah, you like right now, like all of that stuff that you're saying is just clouded judgment because you read the books.
Yeah,
I will say that I don't care about any of that. Like,
well, yeah, no, but but they've been teasing the guy who rides Sea Smoke. They definitely been teasing something with the
two brothers,
with Rhaenyra. No, not with the two brothers, with Rhaenyra, or the not Rhaenyra. The what's his name? The guy that's in charge of the
new hand.
Yeah, the new hand. They've been teasing something about those two brothers and that guy. They actually even make a reference.
They were just kind of slow playing the fact that these are his kids, his bastard.
Well, one isn't. Only one's his bastard. The other one isn't.
Okay, well then that's a spoiler because I think they're both his sons.
Yeah, I think in the show they're going to make both of them his.
Those two are brothers. One of them has white hair.
One's got white hair. They didn't happen to give the one who took the dragon white hair, but
yeah, they did, didn't they?
No,
the one who took the dragon got dark dreads.
Oh,
he's got dreads like his dad, but they're black. He didn't give him white hair.
Oh, okay.
The white hair one, he shaves his head.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of simplifying that kind of stuff a little bit, which is
all right. Fair enough.
Okay, all right. So thumbs up.
Thumbs up for sure.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. I thought they should. I thought it's still great, but I thought they should have sped it up.
Only one more left.
I get what you're saying, but I'm still on.
There's only one more left.
One more left.
Yep.
This season.
One more left.
So they're not going to get to where I thought they were going to get.
I don't know if we're getting there yet. Now
we're not getting there.
We're not getting to where
I season 3 for sure.
Thought, and then when I backtracked and said no, they're going to stop here.
So I didn't put this in the news, but HBO released a statement today about leaks. So I guess parts of this last episode have been leaked.
It leaked apparently on Reddit.
It leaked somewhere. People have put it on TikTok, and it's been taken down, and it sucks. So wait for it on Sunday and watch it as my
for sure.
Yeah, it was something like 30 minutes of it, but not the end. So it's like they leaked most of it, but not the end. So
that's shitty.
HBO said it was.
Why do people do that? I mean, like literally, like how shitty is your life that you got to do some shit like that?
Yeah, well, you need attention that bad to be able to
fucking go get a hug.
I don't know.
Have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
You tell Bill.
You tell Bill I said have a Coke and a smile. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, and with that is our take it or leave it segment.
That was it.
That's it. Like I said, I had Hard Knocks in here, but I scrapped it because we don't.
All right, cool. Well, we're trying to make the show shorter, but it doesn't look like it's getting that right. We're gonna do under the radar real quickly.
Wait, I gotta do the thing.
Wait.
We're gonna do under. No, I'm trying to go. Let's go. We don't have time.
No, I need to know it for cutting. So
You gotta
when we
know the
edit it, I
thing.
know where to look for.
Excellent. So as I said like 10 minutes ago, we were going into under the radar. This week under the radar, I decided to do something different. We all know about this one, Avengers and Doomsday, but what we didn't, not a lot of chitter chatter has been about Secret Wars. And as you know, a lot of times the best way to go is to look in forward, not at their most recent announcements, but the ones that are going to be further down the road. Now we had a combination of Fantastic Four and Secret Wars. We've been talking about Doom. Hey, Joe, right? How long have we been talking about Doom for, Joe? Forever, right? We've also been talking about some of the Fantastic Four stuff. We've given you some Galactus stuff. We've given you some different heralds. We've given you all that. What we're going to do is give you some Secret War stuff that might have an opportunity to go here. Yes, the Beyonder. Beyonder's been rumored for a very long time to be interactive in here. If you're going to Secret War, those people that don't know, the Beyonder, not the whole species, but the Beyonder.
Let me ask you this. What's bigger, the Beyonder shoulder pads or Strife's helmet?
Well, this wasn't the original Beyonder.
I know.
Yes.
You just disco
but
style.
Strife's Beyonder shoulder pads is bigger than the head.
I don't know. They kept adding on to Strife's helmet.
Well, eventually Strife's hat, you're right, got really huge. But for those people that don't know about Secret Wars, I know Pete's a huge fan. The Beyonder, this one is the one, Komos or whatever, is the one that created the battle world. There's a lot of other characters that link it together. As I stated earlier, I think Marvel might want to start going back to using like the minions to the underboss and going through stuff. You might see some of these minions and underbosses coming up in Doomsday, making its way to Secret World through different series, which they can do. I will tell you, if you want to know the Beyonder's first appearance, this is seen as his first appearance in comics. This is what he looks like. Do you see that like strip of light? That is what most people refer to as, that's what the market says is Beyonder's first appearance. And it is in this book.
It's lens flare.
Yeah. Secret Wars 1. Secret Wars 1, obviously, like anything else that has anything to do with anything that was announced at SDCC, has started to climb back up. The last 9/8 were $220, $226, $237 for 9/8. Raws are 46-ish, not near mint. There wasn't a single one that was labeled as near mint or so most of them are not labeled at anything.
Yeah, they don't
label as like VGs or
you eyeball them there.
Yeah, whatever.
Very fine at best.
So that's what they were. They were averaging $46-ish. I mean, there's a lot of these submitted. There's 9/8. Just go buy 9/8 for $220. Okay, so this is the first time we actually see. Once again, I'm just showing you this because this is the first appearance of the Beyonder. That's what the market says it is.
Oh, I thought it was Disco
Lightning Splash. There is. In one panel, there is Dr. Doom fighting the Beyonder as like a light thing. It also doesn't show him. That's, I think, in 4 or 5, whatever. It doesn't show him either. The first time they actually show the character is like this, and he's in the mat. What do you say when you push a bunch of stuff together that starts with an A? Amalgam, whatever. Of different characters, including Fantastic. Like a lot of people from Battle World. Yeah.
Cap's boots, Iron Man's chest with the Fantastic Four logo and Cyclops and
somebody's hair. Yeah. So it's just a bunch of stuff.
Gideon's hair from
Doom's mask. Yeah,
but that's like Gideon's ponytail from New Mutants '98.
Yep. So he's got a bunch of that's what the word I'm trying to say.
Yep. Well, you're adding extra. We can just go amalgam. We don't have to go amalgamation.
All right, but so his first true, when you see him for the first time in any actual as a being,
look like Donny Osmond.
Secret War 2, #1. Who is the Beyonder? Dirt cheap book, mind you. But do remember, just as Doom books picked up and took off, like any Doom book took off this week. I mean, literally, if Doom is on a cover, you better be selling because fuck, you're making money. CGC 9.8s here, going for $86, $75. People will go over this. You know how that works. Raws are $3 at this point. If that, you can buy a couple of them for $1.99. This is a well overlooked book. If you dig at cons, you might. I'm not saying buy this book. You might want to look for this book though for $1. Okay, just say
find it for $1.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying if you want what he is first. I mean, it doesn't look like he does with Konos, but whatever. I didn't go through the other 8 redo versions of him, but that's the first two ones. Okay, let's talk about other Doom Secret War type characters that can combine together. We can also use as mini boss. Kristoff. For those people who don't know who Kristoff is Doom's son. And what happened was people thought Doom was dead, so they ended up all his Doom bots. Oh, did we see like Doom bots around somebody today? Anyways, all his Doom bots started loading Doom's consciousness and memories into Kristoff to make him the new Doom. And by the way, just want to tell you, when they were making him the new Doom, Doom wasn't dead. All right, so Doom didn't like that at all. So here's Kristoff. Once again, he comes out in Fantastic Four 247. Also, an amazing Doom cover, worth buying for that alone. Raw's selling for $20, as low as $1.99 in damn good shape. Damn good shape. I was surprised at what you could get for $1.99.
Well, there's a lot of Fantastic Four books that nobody.
Yeah, I mean, this is one that people are passing over. If you're digging through the Fantastic Four and you're trying to get a book, this might be one that's this book's probably still in bins and very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. CGC 9/8s are going for $150, $185, $100 in that order, the last three. So if you could get it for $2, it might be a book you might want to pick up, especially if you can get in really good shape. Not a bad book. Plus gives you Doom's son. Doom is coming, or a version of Doom is coming. We know that. Having a Doom son, maybe not such a bad idea. Okay. Future down the road, though. We're not talking about tomorrow. We're talking about like 5 years from now. All right. Volcano. For Secret War, for all the people that know, Volcano.
This is a couple.
What's that?
Doomsday is like 26.
Secret Wars, I said.
Yeah, that's 27.
Oh, well, yeah. What year is it now?
24.
Yeah, so like in 5 years, if they use something,
it's 3. Next year we have
Fantastic 3, but Four. Hold on. If they use the kid,
next year Fantastic Four, we'll probably get a tease of him at the after credit scene. The year after,
Doom.
it's Doomsday. The year after
I'm
that,
not saying Doom. I'm saying after Doom, they'll bring us something else.
Oh, I got what you're. Okay.
She does have 2 volcanoes. Actually, at one point, if I am correct, I think I remember. I think she was like. Remember how Ben Grimm had a blind girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, Volcana first came out, if I'm correct on this, and I think I am. Joe, you might want to check me on this.
Alicia Masters?
DK likes the internet. No, she came out and was like a thing knockoff, almost like a replica thing, and was his girlfriend because she was ugly too. But that turned out that she wasn't. Then she was the Molecular Man's girlfriend, and they have this whole tie to Battlelands. And she's got big bunkers. Okay, next up is her first appearance, Secret Wars Volume 1, number 3. Also, great cover. Averaging near mint, selling for $15. CGC 9/8, 100, 120. The 120 was the outliner, so I wanted to give you a couple extra. This thing just sells all day in a 9/8 for $100, dude.
Well, doesn't she share this with the other broad, Titania or whatever?
The reversion of Titania, yes.
And she showed up in the She-Hulk show. So that's why we're seeing some carryover from that pop.
Actually, these are more recent sales.
I know. What I'm saying is like this, but this book is just kind of
it gives you a double.
There. It's $10 to $15 for the last few years.
It's not to be confused with DC Volcanoes. Yes.
Yeah, Volcano. I'm just saying this book has just hovered there for the last couple of years.
Speaking about Volcano, so Volcano, Molecular Man, and DC and Doom and the Beyonder all hold this one. It's a very big. It's like when you talk about the Beyonder and Doom and their battle with each other and their back and forth. You can't do that without Molecular Man and Volcano.
So Molecule.
Or Molecule Man. What do you call him?
Molecular.
Oh, that too.
You're just adding extra letters. That's all.
Yeah. Dude, I'm exhausted. Molecule Man. His first appearance is in Fantastic Volume 1, number 20. It's his first appearance. And also, mind you, in this book, there's a letter from George R.R. Martin. So we're going to do this as a featured book here. Let's break it down real quickly. So Fantastic Four, number 20, CGC 8.5s, $950. Now listen, throughout the pandemic and everything, this book really spiked up. It got up to probably about $2,000 almost. It was averaging about $1,400 till recently. It has moved down to the last sale being $950. That's technically the outlier, but this book has been taking a dip for a while. Most of the books did sell between $1,500 and $1,800. Once again, though, the last 8.5, $950, so it's kind of hitting a low point. You have seen it being decreasing. I'd actually kind of stay away from that book till you find out where the ground is there. 6.5 though seems a little bit
role in the new Secret Wars.
What's that?
I'm saying he plays a big role in the newer Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Molecule Man, that is.
Well, that's what I mean. Like these guys are across Secret Wars period. So like all three of the people, like the Beyonder, Molecule Man, and then Volcano's kind of like she's kind of like in there. So, but here we go. 6.5, $382. Now, average of this is $498. 382 was kind of the low point, but it's always been kind of between $400, $500. It's not so much of a like 382 was the outlier, but it's not like without of the range it should have been in, right? So I kind of gave that blue because it's kind of like 490 is kind of the price we're going to see between pretty much 400 and 450 probably would be the average going around there. So it's not too far off. The last one though, 4.0s really haven't changed at all. 149 was the last sale. It averages about 150. Well, it goes like 156, 148, right around there in the low grade. So I gave you 2 raw grades here to kind of target. Raw is 5 to 7, kind of that mid grade. 172 to 300. Now, if you're paying 300, you're probably hoping that you're getting, above a 6.5 at this point. You really have to. But for 172, you can get some pretty solid books in that mid-range range. And then 85 to 129 and the 2.5 to 4.0. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of tough in that bottom range because all the 129, 130s legitimately look like 4.5, maybe a 4.5, but really look 4.03. More like a 3.0. So you got to be careful when you're buying that type of thing. Yeah, I think when she formed Stone when she was dating Ben, right? She did like this Stone thing. So there you go. That's kind of like the key Silver Age book that we're looking at this week too. I do think there's undervalue in some of these, especially if you can get it pretty cheap. You can talk people down into the mid-range. Still a pretty solid book to get. The character we're probably going to see at one point or another. Beyonder, though, dirt cheap for it. That is Under the Radar. Pete, are you ready to get into our next thing?
I suppose so. Let me get our thing started. We can get right into our books for this week.
Okay. I actually have something.
Go yours first?
Well, I think we go over a couple of things first. So I cut some pages out real quickly. Me and Pete both chose books. Most of them are going to have some defects. Mine are both from the silver, late gold, early silver era. So with that being said,
I'm doing more copper bronze, I guess.
But I decided to do some of the grading things just so people know. Like we talk about it a lot. Some of you can fast forward to this in the replay. But I just wanted to give you some of the grading things right out from CGC because I hear a lot of comments a lot of times and people are questioning how grading stuff happens, especially once you start getting into like bronze and silver age and they're wondering about some of the flexibility, including at on-site grading. Sticks apparently doesn't watch the show, even though he's in the chat, because as we said, we're giving you tips on how to grade here. And then on the Star Wars show, asked if I would give tips on how to on-site grade. Fucking watch the shows. All right, 8.5, 8.0, 7.5, 7.0.
Wait, he wanted you to give tips on how to grade?
He's like, hey, man, it would be really cool if you could give us some tips for on-site grading. That's what he said on Sunday, this last Sunday, after we already did this fucking segment. Okay, on-site grading. And we know they watch the show because we're
he was here early.
Creator watched
the whole thing.
This show so they can create content. He's one of them. These reflect the very fine range of grades. Nobody gives a crap about that. There could be a number of defects. Here we go. In addition to decreasing, more severe handling defects are allowed, like tears, splits, staple detachment. You can get an 8.5 with a staple.
Really?
For some staple detachments. Yes, you can. It's got to be
one.
Yeah, it's got to be one. A small piece missing. By the way, that's subjective. A small piece can be missing.
Yeah, there's in there. They're like measurements.
Like a half a centimeter piece.
Well, it depends. It depends all the way to the 7. Actually, the 7 can be like that. Like can be this much off of a corner of a book. Fading and staple rust are also allowed, which is cool. They actually include foxing. For people that don't know what foxing is, it's a mold that grows on the outside of your book. Kind of sometimes looks a little reddish, tanning and stuff like that. Some people mistake it for tanning, but you can also have tanning, small amounts in whatever. For Golden Age issues, this range is really considered a high grade if you get an 8.5, 7.0. Okay. Next up, the 6.5, 6.0. This is a sweet spot, I really think, for Silver Age. And I think they might mention it later on in here someplace. But this is the mid-grade range. Several kinds of defects. Now, here we go.
I
They
think
could
this would
be moderate
fine.
sizes. Huh? What's that?
Fine.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, sure. Fine.
Other, terms.
Subscription creases or moderate pieces out of the cover. There's you can, in other words, that line that breaks colored subscription crease all the way down the middle, that can be allowed, and you can still get a 6.5 out of it. But you can only have 2 very significant defects. Comics in this grade range still are good to the eye appeal. I think it's hilarious that they put this in their grading. That eye appeal counts for something, because we've always said, hey, buy the book with better eye appeal. It doesn't matter what you think the grade is. And here they go. They're saying it right there. That means buy off the color or buy off the back. And a lack of major defects with appeal. And a lack of major defects, like you can't have detached covers. That's true. Like completely detached.
So there's
a
lot of bubble gum in the middle of my book. Is that a bad thing?
Yes.
It depends.
Large spot. You can also not have large spine splits or missing parts, which means a whole page or like more than a non-active. You can get a 5.0. You can actually almost get a 5.0, I think, if it's non-effective storyline ad, but it's got to be very small.
Like, can you get a 5.0 with a value stamp missing?
No. Oh yeah. No, you can't, because that's a major part. I think that they consider that major defect.
What, green label?
They'll give you green label. You can get a purple label, but I think it automatically moves it down to a 2.5, as high as you can go. Yeah. The gap. Is it or 3.0? Well, it'll tell you because it's coming
inside. Up. It's not part of like the cover missing. They'll just give you a different color label, but you're still gonna.
No, you can choose to not get it. You can choose to not get. I'll show you why in a minute.
Oh yeah, no. I think you're right. If you can choose to go blue, but then they're gonna limit you.
The gap between aesthetic and structural defects begins to widen here. Some copies will suffer more from one or the other, which can result in a lower grade. I cut that part out, but that means that they're going to give you a lot of leniency on one portion if it's aesthetic or if it's structural, but they're not going to give it to you on both. And that's true. 4.5, 4.0, 3.5, So 4.5 to 3.0. Comics in this range are still complete, but can suffer a wide C3.0 is the best. You can't get above a 3.0 if you have a piece in like Marvel value fame.
This would be more what, like the very good range.
Yeah, Marvel value stamp missing. You can't get above a 3.0. Grade severe for certain defects such as brittle pages, detached cover. You can have a damn detached cover, still get 3.0. This is actually something we were debating, because I'm going to be submitting a book with a detached cover, and we think it probably can get a 4.0. So we're going to go for it. A missing coupon. Oh, wait, you can't get a missing coupon or remove staple. There you go. So you can get 4.5 with a missing coupon. Some copies in this range will look dramatically better than the grades assigned. Okay. That doesn't really mean stuff. A panel cut out of the interior page on the spine, defective cover, blah, blah, blah. The most valuable Silver Age key issues are popular. That's bullshit.
So detached cover, would that also equate to, say, detached page on the inside?
You can have a detached page, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
You can have removed staples, dude. You can have a missing coupon. There's a lot of shit that can fall in here.
Fair enough.
You still have to retain decent eye appeal. So there you go. That answered it.
This description covers everything from Golden Age to modern.
Yeah.
So it would be different criteria for a Golden Age than it would be for a silver or bronze.
No.
It wouldn't?
No,
it's just I think what they're getting at is that grades.
See, this is wrong here though, where they say
golden would still be considered good.
Where they say Silver Age keys issues are popular in these grades, they're full of shit. It should be in here. This is the sweet spot for Silver Age keys. You know what I mean? Like it really is. Like this is the high end for gold and silver here. This is a sweet spot for Silver Age. This is kind of like, but this is like just the average. This would be.
Well, I think that's because that's where most of them are.
Yeah,
it's not that it's a good value.
I don't know, man. There's not a lot
in this range.
There's not a lot of 4.5 to 3.0s in Silver Age. In Gold Age, there is, not in Silver Age. That's they don't know. They don't know their asses from their elbows. 2.5, 2.0, 1.8, 1.5, toughest range to grade. Yeah, they throw these fuckers out all the time. If you get one of these and you feel like it's not, break that shit open and resubmit it. It most often depends on experience. I would suggest that if that's what they're saying.
No, I see why they say it. I don't know. Just what happens to I looked like an AF15. I just looked it up, and like the most popular grade is a 3.0 to 4.0. It's just that's the most copies in that grade. It doesn't mean that the most valuable.
Yeah, that's the most copies in that grade.
It's just the most popular in the sense that that's what people grade.
I guess for the AF15. Okay,
that's all they're saying. It's
that's
not you're not going to get the best return on your money or investment. It's just saying most of the copies we see are in this range. That's all.
So this is the toughest part here. This is where I think if you have a book that's like a 2.5, I would suggest you on-site it, because if you send this in, they will send it to a person, and the second check will send it, because it's a double check system, right? So somebody checks your book, then they send it to somebody else, and it's a blind checking system. This is where you can get fucked. I have had a book which is, they actually fucked it up. They cut a piece out of it. I should actually crack it and resubmit and see what we can get out of it. It's what the hell's the book? It's the first Jimmy Olsen. So Jimmy Olsen #1, Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen #1. I sent it in. They pressed it. This is years ago. They pressed it and graded it. They tore a piece off. You can see where the line is, where they accidentally tore the piece off, and they gave the book like a 2.0. That fucking book ain't a 2.0. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not a 2.0. So like that's where you're wondering, like I would be very careful, because like look at how many things you can have with this. Splitting and tears, missing pieces, heavy creases, staining, detachments, tape, and tanning. Now, I have got a Daredevil #1, and I never thought that they would like give it a blue label. They gave it a 1.5. And it has all that. It's got tape on it. It's got splitting. It's got extra staples. It's amazing. It's a blue label, and it's beautiful. So if you have something like that, sure, go ahead and submit it. But if you're on one of these things where it's like where you're looking at the eye appeal and you're like, this is pretty good, it's just missing a cover piece, something to that effect, I would submit it on site, because I think you're going to get the on-site bump will get you into maybe that 3.5 error. I think it's always a good thing. So. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think 6.0 is a sweet spot because it's mainly affordable, and it's like high-end affordability. Like 6.0 is like what you try to get in Silver Age. And maybe I see it differently than they see it. All right, so let's get to some of the books. The first book I start here. So there's a trifecta books of Martian the Manhunter. It's first, second, third up here. It's people don't really think about it in Silver Age as much as, or in other ages as much as Silver Age, but it does matter. Detective Comic 229. This is actually my copy. I will show you a couple other things that are on here. This book has not been pressed. Okay, so we do have a couple of things they've mentioned. We've got a little bit of the chipping over here. It's not terrible though. You see some ink press. I want us to talk about ink presses, and next week I think I'll cover it. There's certain ink spots you guys should look for, because if you find them, it means that it is a not a heritage book. What's it called?
Pedigree?
When they have, pedigree. It's a pedigree. There are distinguished marks, and maybe I'll do a couple of them each week. There's distinguished marks that can give you a pedigree book. And if you get a pedigree book, obviously it's no more, but you have to label it as a pedigree book. Like the
pedigree meaning from a certain collection that they recognize.
Yep. Certain collection that there's recognized.
High or Rocky Mountain.
Yep. There's a couple that are easy. There's a couple that are harder to determine, but there's a couple that are pretty easy to determine. And if you have it, you should identify it as that, because they won't do it automatically. If you look at the top, you see a little bit of color loss. Now, this is a black cover, so it's a hard cover to keep. No, this is a hard cover to keep because it's an old book. You see a little, it looks like a tear. That's not a tear. That is actually a little bit of a shrink. But these are all things that still keep this book in the 6 to 7 range. We do have, this is something I wanted to show you. So I gave you an outlooker picture of here. And there's a lot of times people have questions about creases. All right. Creases, sorry. And they're like, oh, well, this is a color. You could just press that out. So I wanted to show something like how I look at it to see if it's a press that a crease you could press out, or if it breaks color, because some of it's tricky. The bottom half, when you look farther away from that, it does not look like that's a color breaking crease. Okay. It just looks like a crease, which is still fine in the 6.0 range, 7.0 range. Well, I come up close. Yeah. On the carpet, you could see, I blew that picture up too.
Well,
What
no,
I'm
also
saying-
what I was going to get at is like you see that crease. The crease looks like it has actually attracted some dirt into it, so the color could be gone, and it's just
Yeah, the
filled
color
with
could be
dirt.
gone, right? But we're talking about picking up raw, Pete. When you pick this book up, like
I
this
know.
goes,
I'm
yeah.
just saying it's nowhere.
So what I'm saying is, like, when you see that and you're like, oh, well, I don't know, right, Pete? Exactly what Pete said. Thank you, Pete. Exactly what you said.
Mhm.
Could this be dirt? Could there be color on it? Could you not? Follow it up to a point where color starts to change and see if you can get something here. And this is where we know that there's at least a little bit of color breaking. And actually, it's probably pretty good news. You see the color breaking on the actual arm there underneath the glove. But if you look further up, it looks like the color breaking did not crease the whole arm, which is actually good news for your book because that's less than a 10th inch of color break that we know for sure is there. And there's a probability, considering the crease is always going up there, that we might not have a complete color breaking crease. But that's good news because you don't want it to be that long, right? You just don't. But we also don't know what the back half is. Either way, probably a pretty good book because you can argue that there's color breaking there anyways. You should know what that looks like 100%. You cannot press that portion out. You can press the top portion out. You might be able to press the bottom portion. You might be able to press the bottom portion out. Now, if you press the bottom portion out and some of the dirt pulls off, that still might be color breaking. So we know there's color breaking on that book. If you send this book to your presser, just an FYI, because I hear this shit all the time from people. Like, oh, my presser fucked the book up. They did a bad job. We don't know what's on the bottom part of that crease. I'm showing you guys this picture to remember it because we'll look at it later. My presser's going to press it. It comes back. There's a color breaking crease there. We got to call it color break. You got to call it color breaking crease, color breaking crease. Nothing presser can do about it. So there you go.
But what if I send it to a really good presser? What if I send it to like the best presser?
Yeah, they do. It doesn't matter. No matter what you send it to. No matter
I'm not talking about the presser from Pete's Wheel. I'm talking about your presser that you say is like really good.
My presser will tell me, "Are you an idiot? I can't press out color breaks." You know my presser. You know how he talks to me. He's an idiot, but he's also my brother. So what am I gonna do about it? But yeah, he's really good. I mean, that guy's good. You know it. You've seen the results. People buy his book. My presser is so good, and double attest this. People come to him and offer him tons of money to press the books, and he says, "Yeah, I can't do it. Sorry, can't do it. Sorry, not gonna do it. Not gonna press your books."
He has no time. He has no time.
No time. He goes, well, it's not just that. He just doesn't. Well, the other thing is he really doesn't like people. And then people do shit like this where they're like, hey, could you press out a color break? He's like, I don't got time for this shit. All right, so here we go. We got a little bit of color fading here on the bottom. Very minuscule. At first, could be a little bit of staining. Does look like a color fading when I looked at it. Could be a little bit of staining, but it's not a mold stain, not a fox stain. Could be a little tanning dirt stain, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like tanning either because when we open up the book on the inside, look at how clean that book is. Brother, look at how clean that book is. Very clean book. I actually gave you a shot of the staples. Look at how tight that book is. Can you see that? I'll give it to you guys. Everybody that watching that on TV, look at how tight those staples are in this book, man. Unbelievable. All right. Next up, there are a couple problem defects. This is why we're not going all the way 8-0 and crazy with this book, because here's our problems. We have a divot out of the back. You can kind of see it on the back there, but you got a divot out of the back here. Not very big. You got another
two little chipping chunks.
Yeah, a little chipping thing. But some of this, the top of this DC book, where you can kind of see it, that also is a dull blade tear, which won't really hurt us that much on it. So for the most part, hopefully we can get that thrown in at the top, especially if he presses it tight. Might look a little cleaner. You can see the staple line there, still very tight. That's a decent defect there, right? Are we in the 6.5 range? Probably. We're probably in the 6.5 range, might be a little higher, which is pretty good. I gave you a whole range of books here. Now the 6.5 here is $288. It's a little bit off of a price, February, because a 2.0 sold for $218, 5.0 $270, 140, 116. I looked at some of the labeling on this. People just didn't label it right sometimes. But when the lower grade sell for almost the same as the upper grade and the same thing, it's going to be interesting what grade we get on this and where we're going to place it out there. But considering in this collection, this book pretty much was $1, I'm going to pay the $30 and get it pressed for $250. There was a 6.5 early on, 2001 sold for $810. But But yeah, one also for $99. This is a book that you got to put up there for a price. I'll tell you this because people are going to ask this. This book's going to go up for a price. It's going to sit there. Christmas time's going to come around. I'll probably have it. Depending if it was a 6.5 and put it up there, I put it up I'd probably put it up for about $400 OBO. I'll probably get an offer for $325 and I'll take it. That's realistically what's going to happen with this book. All right, so that's my book. That's some of the stuff that we're going over grading. Oh, here you go. So I want to show you a couple of the other books here too. So this was a 2.0 to compare. You see color fading on the front, tons of marks all over the place. There's pieces missing. Robin's foot's missing. Robin's other ankle, he lost an ankle there. There's
crap.
Yeah, he lost an ankle.
Scraped?
Yeah, right, scraped off of it. They on the backside there's water stains. If you look under no cost, arrows. There's 2-3 tears on the back end. This is all tanning in here, and it looks like it has brittle pages. Now let's look at a 5.0 so that we can compare this. This is a little closer to the book that we were looking at. Now this does have, the pages are a little not as clean as the pages I have, just because
they look nicotine stained.
Yeah, a little darker. If you see up at the top in the right corner, you do have some tear marks there too. So pretty close. I mean, I think we're between the 5.0 and the 6.5 range. We shall see. Hopefully we get the on-site grading bump on that. Works out to there too. So that's what we're hoping for. All right. And that is it for my books. Am I going to the second book later? Oh, where did I do? I did something with the screen here. Oh, no, I did that already. All right. Am I going on to the next book, Pete? Or
do your two, and then I'll.
Okay. The next book is actually a PC for me. For those of you that know, I collect Yellow Claw. I know that this isn't the most PC book to collect anymore, but bought them when it wasn't such a non-PC book to collect. Yellow Claw, number 4. Let's see what it looks like. These are hard books to come by. Here we go. You got a little bit, once again, around the black area, you see a little bit of breaking. This actually looks in better shape than the last book we were looking at for comparisons. Once again, you got this. Now, here's a kicker. See this little red line here? That sucks.
Yeah.
If the on-site grader marks that as a distributor cross-off line, it's sweet. Like overspray, because they'll call it like overspray. If they do that, I'm crossing my fingers. You know how overspray works, Doug? You know what overspray is?
Yeah, but that doesn't look like overspray to me.
I know it doesn't. But I'm gonna try to do everything I can. I'm gonna pray that it does. Because a lot of times all they had to do was do some type of damage to the cover. Sometimes you get lucky, and any ink they put on the front, they kind of see it as something at the newsstands level, right? When the newsstand was
because
I was gonna say, is this like a little grease pen or something?
Yeah, like grease pens, anything like that. Yeah, overspray. I put those all in the same category. Grease pen, stamp, overspray. It's all the same thing. They're technically very little off for it. You can actually get away with getting on the not marking you down a grade for it on the cheat sheet, because they use a 100-point cheat sheet. It's like 1 point, so it doesn't take that much away. So I'm hoping that that's because of where it is on the front cover in the area. That's what they give it to me for. All the rest of these are very tiny, very minuscule marks on this book. No rips, mainly. A little bit of blunting of the corner. The inside looks pretty tight. The color of the pages is good. I wanted to show the ads because these are some of the funniest ads I've ever. So I wanted to make this a little bit lighter and show some of the ads here. Fun for Boys. The most wonderful book for boys ever put together for $1.
Ooh la la.
The Lighting Jiu-Jitsu. Price only $1. You can master jiu-jitsu. You can also learn to dance at home for $1. And then, hey, look, if you want a dummy, you can learn how to
get beat up at school.
Yeah. Any one of these game kits you can get, you could just send away to real quickly. I thought it was funny. I like to read some of these ads. It's weird what they would target.
Made easy.
What's that?
I'm just looking at the ventriloquism one. Learn to get picked on at school.
Yeah. Well, carry that dummy around so somebody can hit you over the head. And then we get to choose your prize on the back. The back looks super clean. This book also hasn't been pressed or cleaned. I don't clean my books because I don't want to take gloss off, but it hasn't been pressed either. This is the inside the staples. They look good. There's a Elvis ad there. Here's another one of the back pages I thought was interesting. It's funny how they used to market towards people because they still do the same thing. Do you want extra spending money? hey, sell some popular patriotic or religious stuff. It's like, dude, this is right out of the, hey, sell some soaps to your friends or oils or whatever you need to do.
Tupperware. It's like your Uncle Rico going around house to house.
Also, BK used to love these ads if he actually had them, because if you look at the back, he's a fan of leopards. Okay, check the kind of body you want. Here we go at the top. Huh?
I was just thinking a road trip.
Here's an interesting thing. So do you see how that looks like actual?
Underwear.
Do you see how that actually looks like tears up there? That isn't. What that is a dull paper cutting, because you can see it on the top of the book forever. Dull blade. A dull blade is something that you can actually have, and they take off, like when I'm saying 2 points, I'm not saying 0.2. In the 100 point system, they only take off 2 points for it. So like it won't affect the grade going down a whole half a point. So I'm lucky on this book because it's in pretty good shape. Here we go. Let's go for it. There's only 17 actual sales. Both of these are low sailed books. This is going to be a tough one because 4 5 is going for 478. Yeah, right. Yep, absolutely. 5 O's for 500. I got to tell you guys, I don't know what you think this grade is. 6.0, long time ago, 2020, $695. And then a 7.0 in 2018 going for $900. So pretty much the last book that sold was in 2022 for 4.5. You are going to have to set the market if you sell this. I'm telling you, I'm not selling this book. I'm just not. But like, if you were to sell this book, you'd have to set the market for it, which might take a while to get. But I've obviously had harder times finding any of these books anymore. It's going to be tough. I don't know what you guys thought about that book, but that book, if that book isn't a 6.0 or higher,
it wasn't bad. I didn't see a lot.
There wasn't a lot there. There's just not a lot there. It's very tough to get.
You're being hopeful though with that, like in red mark.
With the red mark,
yeah,
the overspray, the marking, whatever they call it. Yeah, it might be a little bit over, but once again, if we go back to reviewing what they were saying, the red marking still could keep that book 7.0 or above. So if it's just that, I'm not worried about it. I don't think it's going to be above a 7.0, but if I get a 6 out of this book, I'd be happy. I actually don't care what I get out of the book, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter.
I hear you.
All right. Here's some other choices for it. As you can see, you have a little signature on the front there too. This was a 5.0. You can't see because the picture, unfortunately, but it was tough to get any pictures of any books that were representative of it. A little bit of a tanning on the outside. It did. What were the pages on this? Were this white pages too? It might have been white pages. I can't see what this says. But it could be white. Yeah, it was white pages. So this is pretty similar. I mean, that's where the downside comes into it. It could be anywhere from a 5.0 to 7.0. Sometimes it's just, I don't know. The backside looks terrible on this. And I didn't get to see the inside pages, but they said they're white. So we'll have to give it to them that they were actually white.
They said they're white. I'm looking. I thought I could see them kind of peeking through there on the back.
Yeah, they don't look white to me. They look a little. It looks like there's a little tanning going on there. A little tanning, maybe. Yeah.
Coffee stained.
Maybe they on-site grade this. Got a 5.0 on it. I actually think I know this book. Like, I'm pretty sure I know this book.
You know that signature that's written right there next to Master
Dude,
of
these
Mystery?
books, hey, I'll tell you this. These books don't come up much, Pete. Like, I think I know this book. And I think this book was on-site graded. So, anyways, here we go. And that's all I got for this week. So now it's into Pete. Hope it was educational.
All right. Well, mine. I'm going to go with a...
Ooh. Hey, thank you. That's hilarious. Yeah. Dude. At first I was like, man, I like this dude too. I will tell you this, like, unfortunately, and I thank you for bringing this up. I know you're not serious with this. Thank you for bringing this up because, like, we have gotten requests before for people that wanting us to do stuff like that. And it's not that I mind doing it, but like, I do mind doing it. Yeah, I mind doing it. Like, not for a bunch of reasons. I'm very easygoing. I don't like to, like,
wait in line.
Yeah, but your stuff is
it's
your personal stuff.
Of responsibility for somebody else's items.
Yeah, that I do not feel comfortable
with. For a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
That you, if it's your stuff, whatever. If it's somebody else's stuff, then it's a whole different level of.
Remember that time I told you a story last week. I told it on TAC. Like, one of the tips. or no, on Dark Side. One of the things was on-site grading. Make sure they take your books and money because we left that big stack of books and that $3,500 of cash laying there. I turned around and walked away with all my shit there after it was checked in, and my presser, my friend Sean Dobbs, was like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Go stand over there." I'm like, "I'm not standing over there." He's like, "Dude, that's like a shit ton of books. It's over $200,000 worth of books and $3,500 in cash. And it's just in there." I was like, "Well, they steal the cash, we're good. And if they steal the books, we have them insured." He's like, "Dude, they're not stealing the books." So he's just stood there. So like, just know, like, my level of care is not the same level of care because it's my shit. I don't care, and I can't be responsible for your shit. Pretty much is what I'm saying. I just can't. I'm a big man child. Can't be responsible for your shit.
All right. We're here to talk Yo Joe.
All right. All right, here we go. Let's go, Pete.
G.I. Joe.
Oh,
So this
dang. Awesome.
picture of the book that I'm thinking of, it's not perfect. It's definitely not 9.8 or anything like that. Just to give you a sense of what we're talking about graded wise, there's a crap load of these graded. I mean, there's almost 1,000 9.8s, 1,500 9.6s, 9.4s. If I were to hope and guess, this might be more in the 8.5 range. Why am I thinking it might be more down that range? It's just
hey, hold on.
What?
There's a 9.9. There's 3.99s. It's
There
ever
are
since they started grading
3.99s.
9.9s. I can't believe it. When did they sell that last 9.9?
2017.
Wait, that can't be right because they only started giving out 9.9s here in 2024.
Well,
Wow.
There was never any 9.9s on anything this early before 2024.
It's like a conspiracy.
yeah,
How did
I
they
don't
get
know
those
what this
9.9s?
thing might end up being, but I'll solicit your opinions.
Okay.
I mean, we got a little bit here. There's a tick. There's color break right here. You can see it. See, these little guys grouped together here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Split. That's
Yeah.
the cat's eye, the little eyebrows.
Yeah, see, so we got that going there. I mean, there's not like a lot. Oh shit! There we go.
The fuck is
This corner's not bad.
Yeah,
Nothing
just
really
run down
going on
here.
here, creasing wise or
What
anything
is
like that.
that?
Where am I looking?
Oh, nothing. I got it. I looked.
Okay, I can zoom in. That's why I got this. I can zoom in anywhere you want.
Go in that right corner, right by the code of conduct or the comic code.
Okay. Where am I looking?
Page. Oh, that's
Right
good.
here?
No, see that. So that's binary on the top. That's binary on the top. So that's not a big thing. The cross portions, is what it is. All right.
Yeah, that's what it is. At the one corner on the bottom, however, is a little blunted. You can see this bad boy right down in here. See this guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Somebody dropped this sucker on its
That is
corner a few
round.
times.
And you got a color break on Spidey on the left
Yep,
corner.
right in here. I mean, I could zoom in a bit more to show you. There's a little
Yeah,
dirt that could probably get cleaned up off of this guy. Again, another color break here. Like I said, this book ain't perfect. Couple of breaks down around the spine. The other side of
Not
it is generally pretty good. Like the other corner, for the most part, not a lot going on.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, not
A
great.
little bit
but
of
not
ink
bad.
run, little ink run, shit like that. Nothing too bad.
Same thing on the back here. I mean, it's more the white back, so there's not a lot of
I love that
color
tank.
break. It's a little grimy. There's a little bit of dirt collected here, but
Mobat is awesome. Also S tier.
yeah,
Go
you
to your
got the
corners. Well, hold on now.
Yeah, well, you got the bottom corner here.
Yes,
There's your dull. There's a little bit of
that's a little bit of
junk.
run over. Yeah,
Little junk.
that
just
doesn't
kinda
count.
stuck
That's
to
just
this
ink
book.
misprint. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the other corners are fine. Like no creases or tears or anything like that.
That right corner top. Oh, is that no?
Top
You
of
get
the
binary on the other side, not on this side. A little blunting. Okay.
Well, a little blunt, but like I said, so I've zoomed in on my biggest concerns are like that blunting there in the one corner and probably this couple of ticks up here near the top. But it is what it is. I might just get it graded just to get it graded, but I'm not expecting a very high grade out of it because of those defects. But then again, looking at Marco's list, who knows?
Yeah,
I could have like a jizz stain across the front of this thing and apparently still get a 9.0.
I should have done the 9.0 thing because you are at You can get additional creasing. More severe defects are allowed, like tears. You don't have any of those. Splits, staple defects, none of those, and small pieces missing. So that's to get into the 8.5 range. I think
That's what
you
I was
are.
thinking. That's why when you had asked earlier, I was like, maybe go over 8.5.
I should have gone to 9 because
Not
I think you
sure.
are. I mean, I'll be honest. I think this book is in the 9 range, 9.2 maybe even. Depending on how badly, I'd have to see it in person to see how. It's tough to see, even though I know you're.
Yeah, I know
blowing it
they're
up.
with these pictures.
It's tough to see those corners. I think
Yeah.
if you go back up to the top right corner, because I think
Top
you can
right
get that
corner.
for a binary.
That's one more.
Yeah, right corner, not left. Open page. Yeah, I think you can get a binary on that. Go across. Which if you can get a binary, you can get bluntness. Okay, go. Keep going. Let me see.
You want me to go all the way to the other corner? Man,
Yeah,
little tiny
shit.
little piece there.
You might be. Yeah, you might be able to get away with that. You might be able to get away with it, Pete. And if that's it, then the only thing you got to worry about is the shit down low and those small ticks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 9. That's 9.0, 9.2 all day.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I paid for it, but that's my G.I. Joe copy.
But then again, if we took a black light to it and you spooged all over the corner, it's a crack on.
Crack on. All right, that's
and what's
one
the inside
book.
look like? Why didn't we take pictures of the inside?
I don't know. I didn't take the
Okay,
inside.
fair enough.
It's not bad. Like there's no issues inside.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you can
it's-
see like bleeding staples on the inside. Maybe. Oh, who knows? Who cares? Okay.
Yeah, next time I'll
All right.
take pictures. I mean, I
Next
can
time,
open
okay,
it up
sounds
if you
good.
want me to. I mean, I got it right here. It's just, I don't know how well you're going to see it on this camera. As
Who's
opposed to
Skater Girl?
Skater Girl?
I don't know. BK's saying something. I don't know. It might be a joke that I don't get, or
I don't know. Yeah, I don't get that
I'm
one.
gonna guess 9.0, Pete. If you get
Yeah.
that cleaned up, get a nice press on there, get all that dirt. Take it
like
off
I said,
there,
if they give you
back there.
binary, you're higher than a 9.0. But like on average, it's 9.0.
All right. The next one I'm thinking about is a Marco favorite. Again, it's not because I think it's a high grade, because it's probably the same ballpark. But we're talking about Hellblazer 1.
Hellblazer.
Think we get a
I like
Pop of
Hellblazer.
Midnight in there too.
Pop of Midnight it is.
But we've got Hellblazer 1. Again, it's not a perfect copy.
So some of these are just PC for you, right? Like,
Yeah.
the second one. Yellow Claw's PC for me.
because I don't sell a lot of books.
Yeah.
So most of this stuff would just be for PC, just because. Yeah, I just kind of want to grade it just to kind of put it in a different box.
Mhm.
Then I know where it is. That's the other thing. Like I know where some of my books are because they're graded. Otherwise, they could be lost amongst the boxes all around the house. But you could probably already see a couple of ticks there on the spine. What would this thing? I mean, it's really high grade or nothing for this because it's not his first appearance or anything like that.
No.
So, 9.8s are expensive, sure. The rest, they're all kind of in the same range. Like even 9.6s are only $140, and then 9.4s are $90. Like, I'm not going to grade this book to make money because I'm not going to make money on it.
Yeah.
But just to show you the book, because again, I just like comics and I like characters. And here's probably my biggest concern there is this one tick here. I mean, the corner's not great either.
You got a bunch. That's a little scuff.
Yeah, the back is awful.
I will
tell you that. See, on the front there, you got that. Not a lot of visitors. There's probably another one right in here.
Is there another one like right on the spine? Is that a tick? Yeah, is that a tick?
You're
or-
just
Right
gonna
in
see
there,
that's
yeah,
a little
probably
bit.
another
Yeah,
one.
that's spine rub on there. Oof.
I mean, this side again.
Yeah.
Corner.
No. That can all cut under the. It depends. Like that's the thing. If you get a grader who's going to give you dull cuts for that, you're fine. If you don't, well, I mean,
It's a bit of a gamble. Again, this side, there's no.
I mean,
awful-
honestly, that's what should be. That's a double blade. Go back to that. This is
I know.
how
I'm trying to go
explain
back. I didn't mean to go to the next.
Go back.
page
This
yet.
is how I explain. So what I'm saying with dull cuts, it's when they cut this book. Go back.
I'll go to
Here.
this side so you can
No,
show
go
it.
to one up. No, up at the top. I need.
You want to go to the top?
Yeah, because that's how they did it. So do you see how it's across the book? It looks kind of like there's white creeping out on it.
Yeah.
Okay, right there. Okay, cool. Now go to the other
all
corner.
across the top here.
Yeah, across
And
the top there. Now
across
that
the-
corner, not the first corner, because that looks like it could be, but these
That
almost
might
look
be
like
a little bit of a
binaries.
dull
That looks like binaries. This one on the right side looks like a binary. one on the left might be a little dull. This looks like a binary.
Yeah, the
This
one
is
on the spine is probably a little dull. It probably got
Okay, but here's the
off.
thing. When you see that across the top and you see these 2 marks on the side, at least one of them, usually when they're taking the cut machine, it cuts so many times, it starts to get dull, so it starts to pull a little bit. That's under that all qualifies under the same grading thing of binary tears, publisher publisher mismanufacturing, right?
I got you.
If you get somebody if they
Sympathetic.
prep them on that, that whole top is going to get washed the fuck out, and it's not going to matter to you. I mean, you're not going to get a 9.8 from it. You could actually technically, if you didn't have the tick, get a 9.8 for it, but you can't have that and that tick and get a 9.8. You could get a 9.6.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait till you see this back.
Yeah, I'm saying and that's a little bit across the finger too. Though,
yeah, that's why you can't see all of the little ticks. Even when you look at it in person, like you got to really get the black light going.
Look at the paging. Look at the tearing on the paging here. It does look like you had dull blade cutting here.
Yeah, on the side. That's what I'm saying. Like on the side.
That's what I'm saying. Like so this is typical if you had a good grader. See, this is the stuff that people don't talk about that you should be bitching about. If they take off for that, if they don't give you the dull blade cut on this book, yeah, look at the riveting of that fucking the cut. That's exactly what that shit is. Yeah, dude. So like none of that should matter. The only thing right now is you have a tick. You're 9.6, 9.8 still on this book.
Yeah, corner fun. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
you're 9.6, 9.8 on this book. It's just a badly cut book.
But
until
on
now.
this unforgiving black cover, you see them all.
Oh,
you see
Goodbye.
them all. I'll show you on the next
Goodbye.
page because I zoomed in on it better. So there's the one bad tick on the front.
Yeah.
Look at the back. Yeah, look at them. They're like
1, 2. There's your 2. There's your 3. There's your 4. Oh shit. We're at
look
7.
at all there. It was
hey. All right. Well. I mean, you still might with on site.
Man, I don't know.
Listen,
look
if
bang, bang,
7-0, Pete. 7-0.
Not
I couldn't even fit them all in.
7-0.
I couldn't even fit them all. This was my zoom in.
Shot at a 7-0. No shot.
I was like, all right, maybe not.
There's probably some
over. I'm like,
on it too.
All right, we got one bad tick I got to worry about. Other than that, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's why you always got to look at the
back. Took it out of the bag and board, and flipped it over.
That's why you got to look at the back of the board.
And that's also kind of why I picked this book.
But where do you think this is? I mean, I'm just looking at what I can see there. Obviously, I can't. Blade pulls.
No,
that's what they call it. So that stuff at the top, if you can get that blade pulls, they actually say here, I thought that it would be 9.6, 9.8. They actually say the grade range for the blade pulls, that stuff we were talking about earlier, that it's actually 9.8 to 9.9. It shouldn't affect the grade at all.
Well, that's fine, but
that's not going to help you with your fucking ticks everywhere.
Yeah, look at this. Like I said, you go from the top.
that only counts when it's the only defect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? If that's the only problem, sure. But
well, with the binary tears, you're the 7.5 to 9.8. Yeah, but the
7.5 to 9.8 is a pretty broad range.
Yeah, well, it depends on how bad the binary tear is. If like the binary tear is, that was the thing with what's the famous binary tear book? Is it 301? ASM 301? What's ASM 301's cover right? Is it like 300?
301 the white.
Yeah, so 301 notoriously has
red and blue outfit.
Like there's a huge chunk of 301s that have a pretty significant binary tear in the top left corner. Actually, Matt from SNS owns a book, and he was complaining about one time. He says, "I don't understand how this is a 9.6." I said, "Matt, I haven't seen this book before, but look in the left corner. I bet you there's a binary tear there." He went up there, binary tear. That's shit, bro. That's loss of art.
I'm looking at this. There's a little scuff in here. I thought it was part of the art, but maybe not.
No, that looks like a little bit of ink smear too. But once again, that one isn't like they only give a little bit off.
I thought because I'm looking at that, I was like, that was just extra splatter, but no, that doesn't look like splatter.
No, that does not look like splatter.
Just like there's a little circle here.
That though, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That circle doesn't matter.
It don't matter. I'm probably not going to grade this one.
So we're not. Yeah, we're not in the 9.6 range anymore. We're not even in the 9.4.
It's like, what's the point? Like I said, I would like it for my PCs, but there's no point in spending $30.
Maybe try to get a better.
I would
cover.
save your money and get yourself a top loader for that one.
Yeah, exactly. The white part of there is distribution ink, which is not going to really affect it that
and when
much.
you mean, like when you say binary tears, that means bindery tear, right? BINDERY. Is that binary tear mean?
That's what I was thinking it as.
Binary. What are you saying?
Not binary.
Binary is like the comic character to binary, the binary language 0011.
No, with a D in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Just making sure that's what you're saying. Yeah. It sounds like you're saying binary.
No, not like the superhero.
Right. Okay. So I'm just making sure. If there was
binary,
yeah.
BIND.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's all we got this week.
Oh, that's all we got. So next week, I think for my books, I mean, you can tell us if you think so or not. But I think I'm going to do like a modern variant.
I'm
going to try to get a
variant. I can find variants
for tomorrow. Yeah, I got a couple.
I mean, I know like not everybody loves the go through Silver Age, and I mean that's just mainly my wheelhouse. But I do have some modern books I'm going to go through, try to push out there.
Well, I mean, you talk about things like with Silver Age and whatnot. That's kind of the bits where you can see defects, so you know what we're
right. You can
you can see what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Like with the modern stuff, like if I see a defect in it, I just don't buy it. That's where people are crazy because they're like, "Well, this could be a press out." Just
because that's kind of part of the problem. I mean, mostly it's like it's 9.8 or bust. It's like, you don't mess with it.
Why would I F around?
Yeah, unless it's a book you just don't ever see anyway. Then well, at the same time, it doesn't matter because.
But there's some books that I have too. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to submit stuff. Like I think I'm going to submit an Afra. I know it's not going for much, but I have a new one that I need to get rid of. And you know what? I know people don't have faith in it, but I haven't submitted a First Vulcan, so I'm going to submit at least one or two of those.
Actually, I pulled it. I got a couple. I got the Wolvie cover and the what I always thought was the Nightcrawler cover, but it's not. It's him, but it looks like Nightcrawler. I did grab those two in a pile for today. Just for you.
Really?
Yeah, I thought they were under consideration of what am I going to bring today. I grabbed those two books. I'm like, oh, they'll slip it through a box, and I came across them.
I did hand them the money.
Weird GI Joe variants.
Joe, maybe you missed the story. So what happens? And this ain't the first time it's happened there.
He's talking about Pete's book with that one.
Oh yeah.
I hand the money and walk away.
Yeah, what happens at on site a lot of times is if you pay in cash because they're not used to it, they count the cash, they take it, then they put it on top of your books, and then they get distracted and they walk away. Your shit's just sitting there. It's not as organized as you think it would be. Dude, I mean, at one point I'm not saying for sure this happened, but at one point, maybe I wasn't in the CGC grading room, like in the back room where they're grading books, watching the whole thing go down. Walking around.
I won't say maybe or maybe not. I've been in one of those rooms previously.
Yeah.
I may or may not have been there.
I have not.
In Chicago, when they first did it.
Actually, it was funny because as I walked out, I read it to DDP.
Been in, but it had nothing to do with grading.
So yeah, I mean, I would say that like the process is not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, look,
there's no OMOS standing out front, just making sure you can't get into raw underground.
Yeah, almost.
Well, there's no security on the doors. I'll tell you that much. Like not even like a buzzer to get in. Like if you know where they're doing it, you could like I know where they do it in Baltimore. There's no locks on the door. You can pretty much just walk in. Like you can walk in if you want.
Now that I hear you say that, they're gonna make sure there's security at the door.
Well, I hope so.
I hope so too.
Dude, there was one year in Baltimore where they were just putting people like you would walk it. So how Baltimore works is on the second floor, it's technically the third floor because you go in the first floor. Here's your tip sticks. So on the first, when you walk into Baltimore through their front doors, I'm trying to remember because I don't walk through the front doors of Baltimore. But you walk in the front doors, I think they make you go down an escalator, and that's how you get to the convention floor area. Once again, this is why I dislike
No, you gotta wait. Yeah. Maybe.
If you come in from the street level.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too.
Not from where we go in through the back door. I should.
I know, but I had to go in.
No diddy, buddy.
No, but even going in the front door, because I had to go upstairs to get my press pass last year.
Yeah, if you do that,
You had to go upstairs to get the press pass,
and then come down
down,
they come down, and then come down again. Yeah. Okay, so if you're walking though from the street level, I'm just going to say from the street level to go to CGC where you're handing your book. You walk street level, you go up the stairs, you go to the right, and then you go past where the ticket booths are, and past the other escalators that take you to the next level up, and then past the bathrooms, and then on the left side there's a door. This is where they've always done it. And they close off this area. That's not where they grade the comic books, mind you. They do not grade the comic books there, so don't think you're gonna go in there and get the comic books. But the last time they did it, they finally put a table in front of that door, and you had to submit your sheet or your number or whatever, and then they'd go and find the box behind them and pull out your books. And previous to that year, now this is still, I don't know what year, what was the last year they did for 2018 or 2000, whatever. When was COVID again?
Last grading?
Oh, 2019 probably.
2019 December.
So prior to 2019, just what year was it?
COVID officially the lockdown started in February of 2020.
Yeah, so 2019. If you went in 2019, they put a table there. That's how they did it. Previous to that, you walked into that door and there was just rows of tables with short boxes on it that were up and down, and they had numbers on it. And you would go around and you would wait, and you would hand somebody who was walking around your ticket whenever they came by, and they'd walk to one of these open boxes, and they'd be like, oh yeah, this is yours here because of this number, and they'd take your books out. In other words, you could just walk in, and if you were less reparable, you could have just taken a whole box out. They literally would, the grade book, they'd have one person, maybe two in there. There's 8 10-foot tables. They'd have 10-foot tables. There was there's 4 rows across of 10-foot tables and 3 10-foot tables. So 30 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet. And now there would be a box in every spot, but every time there was done, a guy would come up with a cart. They take it up the elevator. They take it in the elevator. Not going to tell you which way they go. They take it in the elevator. They come through the back door of this area, and then they would just plop the boxes down on the tables. And then there'd be people, there's all types of people just waiting in the room for new boxes to come in. We do it all the time because you wouldn't even wait for the notification. You'd just be sitting there going okay, cool. And then you'd see it, and we picked up the boxes and would see what the ticket was on it. Because they give you it was 4 pieces of paper that you have, the one piece that you have, the carbon copy piece, and everything else. So you have the carbon copy piece that goes to you. They have, and then there was 2 sheets in there wrapped with a rubber band with your books, and they do it in segmentations. So you just go, okay, cool. Are these mine? Nope. Are these mine? Nope. Are these mine? Nope. These are mine. And you pull them up and go hey, here's this matches, and takes it out. But you could they turn their back. You could walk out with a box. So it's
it's
CGC,
a Wild West.
CGC wild, dude. It is.
Well, it was. Who knows how they're going to do it this time?
No, not anymore though. They put a table in there for security.
Yeah, that
was before they put a table in there. Huh?
Didn't that before BlackRock owned it, or has a significant investment?
Yeah, it was.
So now it's going to be a little different, I think.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, everybody thinks this is some well-oiled I don't know what people think it is, but whenever anybody describes CGC or CBCS, I'm like, bro, do you know that's
it's the illusion though, the common person who doesn't deal with them a lot is exactly like this. This is what they think happens. If you put a $100 bill in the comic, you're gonna get a better. That's what they think.
They're not gonna.
You're just not gonna get $100 back.
Yeah,
what's gonna happen.
Yeah, they don't know how it works. They think they know, and
and
that's exactly how.
They're not going to match up that $100 to your books. The books are just books.
Yeah, Well, I mean, the rubber band thing, I'll be ticked if they use it at onsite because they stopped using it. Supposedly they've stopped using it when it comes into the. Do you guys know the rubber band thing?
When they put your stack of books together?
They take that big ass rubber band, they double it bound and fuck your shit up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then squish all
So
the middle of the book.
yeah. Hopefully they don't do that shit anymore. So, all right. Well, that's it.
Yep, that's all we got.
You got a toy video coming out tomorrow, Pete?
If I can get it done in time, I might do. JJ gave me an idea. Since Xbox 360 Online went away, I do got a list of some Xbox 360 games to do, so I might do a gaming gold if I can get it done tomorrow.
What does that mean it went away?
Like they shut it down the marketplace for Xbox 360.
Yeah, 360, not Xbox in general. Like you know, 2 machines ago, Xbox 360.
Well, you can't buy digital games anymore.
Yeah, you just they don't.
I never buy digital games anyways. I just buy all the.
You got nothing to worry about.
Well, that's the thing. You got nothing to worry about then.
All right.
But Friday night at 9:00 we have the Hot 10 show, right?
Yes.
I'm really curious about what's going to be on that after all this crazy news we've had this past week. I don't even know.
Sure you can guess. I already started looking.
I'm
pretty sure you
over and under on how many Doom books will be on the list.
Yeah, I said a couple books for Pete too while I was doing the other research. I'm like, oh shit, you might as well add these to the list.
Add this to the list. Yeah, let's try to research.
I'm like, you got nothing. You got nothing.
And then right after the Hot 10 on Friday at 9 is going to be the qualified.
Yep.
What?
I think they're doing Ghost Rider this week.
Oh, that's awesome. Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Did you get a Ghost Rider figure, Pete?
I got one buried somewhere.
Because that new one came out I got mine last week. So.
Oh, I didn't get I don't got a new one. I got an older one.
Somewhere buried. With the bike, the one that Marco hates the bike. Yeah, I got one of those.
Which one?
The new Ghost Rider Legends figure.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And since it's Ghost Rider, I don't want to spoil things, but an old face might come back to that Friday show that hasn't been on there for a little while because, well, he's a Ghost Rider fan. I know he's come back on Sundays to hang out with Marco for a bit, but he might come back on Friday too this week.
Oh,
awesome!
It's good to have him back.
So that's Friday night, Saturday night. Check out the boys with SNS. I heard there might be a guest on there this week as well.
If there's a show on SNS this week, there's going to be a guest on SNS this week.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I already told you my Saturday's kind of screwed. Otherwise, I'd hop on with the boys, but
and actually, if it happens that we have a guest, we might just run it like we used to run that old show MCM. We might take it back to the old school.
Well, that's wow. All right then. Then Sunday night, catch the Dark Side show, which I guess is going to be just the Dark Side now, not Tales from the Dark Side.
No, it'll be Tales from the Dark Side.
Tales from the Dark Side on Sunday night, right around 9:00. The boys will go on. We've gotten some good stories, and I found out that my Afro books are worth nothing now after watching last week's show. So that kind of sucks.
Really?
But
yeah, it sucks.
It sucks. What are you gonna do? And then and make sure you check out Wednesday watch list. Pete's Wednesday watch list. That's people are watching that show, and they're getting all their info from there. I get people on the street telling me they watch that show to find out what the hot books are or what they.
We're on the street. We're in the sheets.
People are talking. People let me know. The people.
I'm still trying to decipher the fact that Dub, you're telling me that I can just tell people what my favorite toys are, and I can make shows like that. I don't have to worry about doing research or pricing.
But you have to tell
Wasn't that a comment that somebody made?
Yeah. Wait,
how are they? Hey, shout out Six Guns, but try to DM me. I got a question for Six Guns.
And it was like you should have been more clear. I'm like, how else?
It's a very misleading title that it was. Yeah, the hot.
I'm like, it's not by price. How else would I rank it? Just by my personal favorites? Would you guys watch that?
Which one do you think the cool ones are, or why?
No, cool I think it was thinking about age, maybe what year it came out first, or with the drop date.
I think it's like Dub said. These are the coolest
People
ones.
Want to know.
Favorites.
Yeah.
So I'm working on one. I got my my Mighty Python Holy Grail list of toys.
Nice.
Which may not be like what you're thinking, like, oh man, the rarest thing. No, it has nothing to do with rarity.
That's what you like.
Shit I want.
Yeah, right.
Back.
Yeah.
Just this guy that I got back.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's Godzilla.
Didn't you have one of those, Dub?
I have one of those, yeah. It's in a tub. I'm working on this whole thing is being worked on, so I got a lot of stuff going on back here. You're gonna be seeing some of that stuff soon.
Hey, did you sign up for October and December?
October and
baby.
Email. Are you back?
We're back in, baby.
I forgot that email came out. Yeah.
Hey, let them know. Let them know we're back. Guess who's back?
I'm at a show this
Back
weekend, but I'm not setting up. Just
Where?
it's in Flint. She got a crafter
What
table.
Michigan
man.
Mega Bowl?
I'm working there. I
Don't
gotta
drink
work.
the water, bro.
Yeah, I got my own water.
Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you
Let's
going
get
to Flint?
tropical.
Because you got a table. I'm taking nothing.
Bro.
I have not one thing am I taking. Her crafter people say they do well there.
You better take some security.
She's yeah. Well, I'm not
I
taking.
ain't been to Flint in a while, but I don't think it's
I went there a
anybody.
couple years ago. Mega Bowl.
There's no Mega Bowl in Flint.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. You guys are awesome, and we will see you all next week.
Yep.
Yep,
All
later.
right. Later.